What's up, everybody? It's HBT with Straight Up Wrestling Show, man. I'm here live with my man, Christopher Burton.
People's Podcaster.
And guys, we are in the University Center in Greenville, South Carolina. And man, we just came here and we basically gonna do some podcasting, man. We just gonna talk about wrestling, gonna talk about music, movies,
Everything.
Everything. TV shows, whatever. We're just gonna be here talking. I see Kind Master, a CSX fan, is in the house. Lucas, what's going on with you, man?
What's
going on with you?
And we got a couple of sponsors today, man.
Heck yeah.
This show's been brought to you by Gatorade, Mountain Dew, and Nerds Candy, man.
Yes. Mountain Dew and Gatorade, both owned by Pepsi.
Yep.
So, hey, Pepsi is in on their game, and they're sponsoring the Straight Up Wrestling Show today. And this Nerds Candy, man, hey, you don't get no better than this.
Old school.
I mean, you got old school Rainbow, the Nerds Candy. So, hey guys, yeah, man, we about to go at this thing. Appreciate everybody coming in. As you come in, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, go ahead and hit that like button. We're not going to tell you exactly what platform, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But right now, man, we're going to go ahead and get started. Chris, can you see Kind Masters? Can you see Lucas?
Yeah. Let me get on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. See if you can get Lucas' comments here, Lucas, because it's kind of hard to see it. We kind of like far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys coming in, man. And hey, like I said, we're just gonna be here and we're just gonna talk. I know we have tonight coming up. We do have AEW Collision that people will be watching. Unfortunately, I don't think Chris and I will make that show. We were supposed to go to a show in Georgia tonight, but we did not get to do that. So we decided to come and do a little podcasting, man. You know,
something a little different.
Exactly. No doubt about that.
He wants the link, man. He wants the link. Chat with us.
Not right now, Kind Master. Not right now. Maybe later. We'll let you come on just for a little while. We'll let you come on. So let us go ahead and get into our groove and everything, and then maybe we'll bring you on, my brother. All right, man. Not our YouTube friend. Just put it that way. Our little young YouTube friend. We appreciate you. But yeah, Chris, man, what you think? I mean, now look, we've been doing this thing since June 20. Let's see, it was June 21st, 2021. Yeah. No, June. Just put it like this: June of 2021 is when we started. But we just now celebrated our 3-year anniversary.
Yep, 3 years. Yep.
3-year anniversary and the Straight Up Wrestling Show. We've been moving along. How do you see the state of wrestling right now, man?
Man, the state of wrestling right now is, I don't want to say it's in a funk. It's in somewhat of a lull.
Right.
It's in that crazy median between not being over the top but not being the worst.
Right.
It's right in the middle. It depends on what they got going on that particular week or that particular show.
Right.
Like, for example, up until WrestleMania, we just thought it was going to be, regular Cody and Roman match.
Right.
For the title.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cody won the Royal Rumble again. And lo and behold, The Rock comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, what happened? That was the talk of the town.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. It exploded.
Yeah.
Rock came out and said, hey, he made it cool again.
And he did for that period of time.
For a little small period of time. And, it got some outside interest.
Yeah.
Back into wrestling. But, that's one thing I've been talking about, since we've been doing the Straight Up Wrestling Show, since we got back into it, that, one thing I've been continuously talking about is wrestling needs to make their way back into the general public. And I know a lot of fans come out here and they talk about, what is the word we use now? That we use for fans that people that's fans, but they don't really watch. I forgot the word. What is the word?
Casuals?
The casuals, yeah, the casuals. We talk about the casual fans, but that's not the problem when it comes to wrestling. We are talking about fans. We talking about people that's in the general population. Wrestling needs to build new fans, and get those casuals back. You definitely want to get your casuals back, but to do that, I believe you have to grab new fans.
Yeah,
you got to get fans out of the general population
Yeah.
to be down with wrestling, or you'll never get those casual fans back on board 100%. Now, you might get them back every now and then for a big event. When I'm talking about a huge event, I'm talking about WrestleMania and maybe SummerSlam or whatever. You might get a casual that come in to peek in to see what's going on. But if the general population is not out here talking about wrestling or vibing with wrestling, you better believe people that's strong casual fans, and I'm talking about strong casual fans of the old school wrestling. And when I'm talking old school, I'm talking about anywhere from the 80s on up into the early 2000s, maybe to 2005, where you had Stone Cold Steve Austin rocking it out. You had, you had The Rock rocking it out. These guys were really strong. DX and all them. These casuals these casuals are the ones that really liked it when it was just cool and it was more of the common, pretty much, the common conversation. That,
water cooler talk.
Anybody, you could be talking about anything, but wrestling can come up and everybody can talk about
it. And it was so funny today, man. While we was at the spot earlier today, I got a compliment on my shirt.
Right. Cool.
I'm just walking back to, the restroom, dude, like, hey, I love your shirt, man. Give me a fist bump. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you do have those fans that, that notice.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to really talk to them. Like, do you watch it? Or just a casual, you peek in every once in a while just see what's happening, or do you really follow it like that?
Right.
But I didn't get a chance to, but he just complimented me on my shirt.
Okay. But
there are fans out there that know what's happening.
Hey, that's no doubt about
it. And they know
that.
Wrestling when they see it.
Right.
Not just like, oh, who are them people on your shirt? You're going to have some folks like that.
Oh, that's true.
All
right. We're going to get to all your comments in a little bit, but we're just going over a few things here, here and there. But we are going to get to everybody's comments. But that's cool, man. And see, that's what used to happen. That's the way it used to be. You can wear wrestling paraphernalia back in the day. Mm-hmm. You always will have different people in different walks of life. They will compliment or say something about that. Or they would tell you, hey, my son loves wrestling. My daughter watches this all the time. My husband watches it all the time. I can't get him away from the TV when wrestling is on.
But now you got that. I used to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I used to watch it. Right.
I don't know who's who now.
Yes.
But back in the day, I remember Ric Flair, and all them, Buddy Landell, and all them.
Exactly.
Wahoo and Dutch Mandel and Chief J Youngblood and all. I used to watch it back in the day. When it was real and it was real blood and everything. I'm like, okay, so what stopped you?
Yeah, right.
What stopped you? What killed the love for you? I mean, because something obviously deterred you from like, okay, I ain't interested no more. What happened?
Well, when it boils down to it, man, you got to go into, as far as the wrestling fan, that wrestling fan that basically completely stopped watching and say, I used to be a wrestling fan. As much as it pains me to say, those are NWA fans. Those are NWA, WCW fans. Now, it died a little bit when WCW got Jim Herd and all those people started coming. It died a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Listen to me. They was NWA, WCW fans, but they also was WWE fans too.
Or WWF fans.
Yeah, WWF fans back then. They still was watching because the WWF had a lot of guys who came from the NWA.
Yeah.
And WCW, and vice versa. Roddy Piper, he was a NWA guy. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was up there, even though we mostly remember him from the NWA. I mean, not NWA, WWF. We mostly remember him from that. His fame came from that mostly, but he was an NWA guy. The biggest match he ever had was the Greg Valentine match at Starrcade, the dog collar match. That's what his fame really rose, but then WWF got him. But WWF, it really exploded because of, the way he talked and everything. He got into that thing with Hulk Hogan and everything, the media machine. Woo. So he was already huge before he got there, but he just really, he just went universal when he got up there. Jake the Snake Roberts, an NWA guy. He was an NWA guy, but he ended up in WWF, and that's where his fame just really just boiled over. Hacksaw Duggan, he came out of Memphis. He was an NWA guy, Memphis guy. it boiled over when it went over.
But you know
Junkyard
what?
Dog.
This poses a question, man.
Yeah.
Okay, all these guys started in NWA,
Yeah.
Mid-Atlantic, Georgia,
Oh, yeah.
Texas, and all over down there. But why couldn't they get as big there as they did in WWE? What did WWE have to put them so over the top that they couldn't do down there? You see what I'm saying, man? I mean, yeah, you're a big name in Texas and the mid Carolinas and Georgia and all that. You know, everybody know you in those areas.
Yeah.
But when you hit New York City, man,
Mhm.
when you already had a name down here, but when you hit New York, you universally known.
Oh, look.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
If
they this big up there, why they couldn't be bigger, if not as big down here?
Well, they were. It's just that they did, like you said, you already said it, the media machine. They could not, they could not explode like that. I mean, Mid-Atlantic is the only one out of all those areas. Well, Georgia too, Georgia Championship Wrestling, because WTBS was nationwide.
Yeah.
But Georgia Championship Wrestling was presented as a small, office-like atmosphere wrestling promotion. They had a ring in a building that sat, where they had it at. It was in an office building, and it sat between 60 to 80 people. Mid-Atlantic did that for a long time too.
Yeah.
They filmed at Raleigh Studios, where the weather, where they reported the weather and all that. They had a studio. Bob Caudle used to be a weatherman.
Yeah.
They recorded their TV tapings in a studio. So they put a ring in there, and that place held between 80 or 100 people. And that's what they had a TV tapings there. But one thing about WWE at that time, WWF, okay? WWF, every time you turn it on USA and you saw WWF, where was they recording that? They was recording in Madison Square Garden. They
or
the
local arena.
Yeah, local arena. Boston, the Boston Gardens. Let's see, the Washington Capitol Center. So
Philadelphia Spectrum.
Yeah. So it looked very huge. Everything was very big. And the guys who were stars in the NWA, had a lot of stars in NWA. Every single match that they had up there in the WWE, they made it look like they made it look like a main event match. So Vince McMahon, what he started doing this very early. He started calling them WWF superstars. Nobody ever did that before. He was, nobody ever did that. Every single wrestler that came out, it was a superstar. Coco Beware. Nobody called him a superstar when he was down in Memphis.
But it did make you sound like, oh, he's really somebody now.
Yeah, exactly. Even though we looked at it on these little local stations. We looked at the little regional, when they had the regional promotions out there. We looked at all these guys as stars, man. But he added that superstar to it.
Made it sound like they could take the belt of Hogan or something.
Exactly.
That's how he presented it.
Yeah, because when it boils down to it, we looked at, Ric Flair. Oh, he's a star, man. Dusty Rhodes, he's a star. Our eyes all big and everything. Somebody. Yeah, exactly.
But Vince get them, but
then next thing you know, you turn on WWE, WWF, and they was all superstars. Every single one of them. Rick Martel. Hey, I remember Rick Martel. He came from the NWA too. Rick Martel. He wasn't a superstar. The WWF superstars, the Bushwhackers. I mean, they was the sheep herders in the NWA. They were the sheep herders. They wasn't superstars. They was good wrestlers, but he was calling them superstars. And I'm just like, what in the world's going on here? And every single match, like I say, every single match looked like a main event match. That if you saw it in the territories, those matches that he was putting together, I'm talking about every single one of his matches, it looked like a main event match. Yep. He would have on TV, you would see, outside of Special Delivery Jones and Steve Lombardi or people, the Brooklyn Brawler or whatever.
Yeah.
But you would see people like, he would have Hercules Hernandez come out there and wrestle Tito Santana.
Yeah.
And then the next match after that, he will have Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff going up against
Midnight Rockers or something.
Yeah, or somebody, the Hart Foundation or something like that. And then the next match after that, he'll have Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy going at it. And
for the title.
Yeah, and it was on regular TV. And so I'm just like, every single match,
And I mean just that simple card could have been a pay-per-view.
yeah, and
Just that simple card.
yeah, exactly. In every single match, it seemed like, it's compared to what you saw on Mid-Atlantic TV. So, Memphis Continental Championship Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Florida Championship Wrestling, Southeast or Southwest Championship Wrestling. What compared to that and what you were seeing on WWE TV, that was main event. That was stuff that like we went out to
TV.
Yeah, we went out to Monday Night Raw. I mean, not Monday Night Raw, but Monday night at Greenville Auditorium.
Yeah.
We was expecting a card, the card that they was showing on TV, USA, that came out of Boston Gardens or that came out of Madison Square Garden. That's what we were seeing when we was going to pay at Greenville Memorial Auditorium. But we might have saw one main event match on Mid-Atlantic TV, even though it was good enough for the fans.
Yeah.
The fans loved it. You turn on the WWE, he calling them all superstars, and they're all in superstar matches. So that changed that changed the game for him.
Yeah, and then you think about it too, man. I still go back to the Great American Bash Tour.
Yeah.
The one where I never, like I said, I've told the story. If you haven't heard, me and my aunt went. We didn't get ringside.
Mhm.
The place was packed out. We in the balcony, right above the good guy dressing room.
Right.
And this was back in the day we had, if you were sitting across from where they came out, you had the bad guys on the left, the good guys on the right. And then you remember how it was set up.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
when I was sitting on the balcony, it was the good guys on the left, bad guys on the corner on the right.
Mhm.
Two different dressing rooms. And we were sitting in the balcony right above the good guy dressing room.
Right.
So we could see them as they came out. It was a packed house.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have the card that you would have had when they had them stadium shows.
Oh yeah.
You
Right.
didn't have that card. They might have showed up, or some of them might have showed up, but you still have, like Ric Flair. Ric Flair didn't finish title. All he did came out in a suit and cut a promo.
Oh yeah. Oh
And I
yeah.
was like, Rick,
That was their TV tapings.
I was like,
And-
what in the world? I'm just like,
And you know what? And to tell you, and to be honest with you, because if you go back to the nostalgia of what people wanting to see, those people that say, I used to watch it, that's what they love.
yeah.
They love that. I
And-
mean, nobody goes
And
back.
me as a kid, I was disappointed
Yeah.
because, like I said, the Road Warriors didn't have on the shoulder pads, and they had a quick
Yeah.
little match. I can't even remember who they.
But
I can't even remember who they wrestled, but they won.
but everybody goes back and talk about those
Yeah.
shows. They do.
Yeah.
They do not talk about what happened on the WWF when you had Tony Ellis and Rocky Soulman Johnson taking on the Samoans, and then right after that match, like I said, you will have Ivan Putski taking on Nikolai Volkov. I mean, you had, like I said, you had all those superstar matches.
And those
But-
were good matches.
They were,
Good matches.
but you have to ask. You have to sit there and you have to really ask. Did Vince McMahon, did he give us too much of a good thing? To where we got spoiled, where wrestling fans got spoiled. And then if you give them crap now, if you give wrestling fans crap now, they just really upset because wrestling on TV was for promotion to get you into the big arenas to watch it.
Yep.
But now wrestling on TV, you have a bad card, man. People just, oh my gosh, man, that was horrible. That was horrible. So
Friday.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's true. I went off, man. I went off.
Friday, but you act like it was doggone Jim Brunzell versus, I don't know, Roman Reigns for the title for the main event. And Harris like, what is this title? Go back and watch it.
I hated the ending. I hated the way it ended. I hated the way it ended. But I'm thinking wrestling fans to a certain point. I mean, you can't have you can't have squash matches.
But you know what though? I thought about it, man.
Yeah.
I had time to think about that SmackDown ending.
Yeah.
And I know we kind of bouncing around, guys.
Yeah.
But when they had Cody tied up, Cody said, "Take me, not Randy."
Yes, he did.
So think about this, man. That's adding another layer to that story, man.
Yeah.
Because now you're gonna have Cody be like, "It should have been me." He's gonna be feeling guilty. He's like, "Randy, I'm the champ. I should have just taken the beating and just been the one to get slaughtered.
Right.
You didn't have to get involved. Now look at you. You laid up, your back all beat up and hurting there and put you through a table. And it should have been me, Randy. This is my fight."
Oh yeah.
And now
right.
you got a whole nother layer to that whole storyline right there.
Well, you do, but that's the thing about it is,
And obviously Harry was just so heated, he didn't even care.
hey man, the whole thing is this: if Cody feels that way, I mean, Cody still got to get some combatants. He's got to get people that's going to help him in this fight. He cannot fight all these guys. No. He cannot fight them off because those Samoans are going to keep coming, and they're not like these regular wrestlers. These guys are out; they're with each other all the time. So they're not your normal wrestler, man, that has to have eyes in the back of their head. Solo Sikoa, he's gonna be with his boys all the time. Jacob Fatu, if you see him, then you have Tonga Loa, and I mean the rest of those guys, they're gonna be in tow. So this is a whole different ball game. You know, it's not like Cody. Hey, he's catching somebody. He's catching somebody slipping. They by themselves or whatever. These guys are a crew. This is a faction that sticks with each other 100% because they all four of them know that they're stronger together than apart. And they're not having solo matches without one of those guys being around. So,
which is smart.
Yeah, it is. It is. So Cody's not going to be able to catch them like that.
Matter of fact, it reminds you of who?
The Four Horsemen.
Exactly. Because, I mean, even though Flair had plenty of solo matches.
Yeah.
Them wrestlers were in the building.
Oh, they was always somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
They might have been in the fifth row eating popcorn or something, but guess what? They was there.
Oh, yeah.
Something went sideways. Oh, Lord. Harry can take, boy, them jokers come out of nowhere.
Yeah, boy, them jokers, they jumping out of the crowd. Go ahead and hit all the comments, man. All right, guys, we sorry about that. But, yeah, we just rambling on. But that's what we're going to be doing in this, man.
All right, so Charity, 20th Century Charity Cane Master says, hey.
Hey, how you doing, Lucas? How you doing, buddy?
All right, Lucas, 20th Charity Cane Master also says send the link. And he also says, let's talk about Hardy's and Carl's Jr.'s. Man, I think this kid got some stock in that company.
He might.
Our man Richard Martinez in the building.
What's up, Richard?
Richard says, what's up, Harry and Chris? You hear MCMG is already Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay.
The tag team is already signed with WWE.
Oh wow, cool. That's cool.
Just keep it a secret. And also Natalya signed a new contract.
Oh, good.
I knew she would. I knew she wasn't gonna go.
I'm glad she ain't going nowhere.
And I'm glad, man.
I mean, I love her to death. We love her to death, man.
I tell you, man, if y'all ever get to go to an event and she's on the card, you are guaranteed a picture and an autograph, man.
Yes.
There was only the one time, I think, because it was raining at that Raw.
Yeah.
At this past Raw we was at, she did not come out and give a picture or autograph. But other than that, you were guaranteed. And one of the sweetest wrestlers you'll ever meet, man.
Oh, yeah.
One of the sweetest. All right, Ted Rubin's in the building and said, what's up, two OGs?
What's up, Ted?
Collision tonight.
Hey, Ted, I wish we were, but I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to make it home in time.
All right, and JDM12 says, hey, Harry, I'm at Myrtle Beach.
Okay, JDM12. Okay, Myrtle Beach. You're at Myrtle Beach. Okay, Myrtle Beach, hey. South Carolina. Hey, man.
4 hours just south of us.
Exactly. We don't know which part you're in, but hey, enjoy yourself. Definitely enjoy yourself.
Ted Rubin, man, I wonder if he can ken Rick Rubin.
Hey, if he is, man, hey, tell Rick send some of that money to Straight Up Wrestling Show. We need a sponsorship.
Exactly.
And we know he loves wrestling. He's a wrestling fan.
Yeah, he can use it for a tax write-off.
Exactly, because he actually funded Smoky Mountain Wrestling there for a while.
Oh, wow, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Wow,
yeah. Rick Rubin is the one who gave Jim Cornette that startup money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When he pulled his money, that's when
it went down.
It started going down. Yeah.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, he got tired of it, man. He was just like, wow, this stuff is not working. But he was in it. He was with him for a good while, like a year, 2 years, man.
Wow, that's great.
But yeah, Rick Rubin funded that thing.
So Ted says, Harry and Chris, rest in peace to Miss Shelley DeVille, the girl from The Shining.
Shelley Duvall?
Who's it? Yeah, Duvall.
Oh, wow.
Duvall.
Yeah, Duvall. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
She played Olive Oil and Popeye.
Yeah, wow. Man, thank you, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, rest in peace to Shelley Duvall. All right.
Yeah,
wow.
Played Olive Oil in the Popeye movie, man.
And Ted's in that?
Yeah, Ted Rubin.
Ted, thank you, man. But wow, rest in peace to her and prayers go out
and
to her.
she did an awesome job in that movie Popeye with Robin Williams. That was one of my childhood favorites.
Yeah, man. She's a great actor, but great actress. She was a great actress. And rest in peace to her. And man, prayers out to her whole family and all the loved ones. Straight up. Yeah. Wow.
All right. Tim Allen says, what Richard Simmons passed?
Oh, for real?
I don't know if Richard
Wow.
I
don't know about all that, Ted.
Wow.
Hey,
that's new one. Orlando Karma says Cody is hurt.
Okay, Orlando.
Orlando also says Damien versus Bobby for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who you think will win?
Damien versus Bobby.
I'm guessing he means Bobby Lashley. I'm guessing because I know Bobby Roode ain't wrestling
right now. Damian Priest, man. I don't know if he'll. Look, he might not win, but he's going to come out with his title. Just put it that way.
Yeah,
that's one thing about Bobby Lashley. They'll put people in the ring with him. That's big names. They might not win, but they some kind of way they'll win it. It's a count out on Bobby or something that Bobby did or whatever. They are not gonna make Damian look bad against Bobby. Just put it that way,
exactly.
Orlando Connor.
Exactly. And we got some Facebook users here. Let's see here. Let's see, try to get some mail. What they at? I know I just had them. I lost them that quick.
It'll come up. I think you got to slide it over. For the comments, I think you slide it.
Oh, no, Nate.
There
they go.
Yeah.
Alma Clark says Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam, B90, and I'm sure she said some more.
Okay,
I got to go back and find it, Alma, but we'll get to them.
Yeah.
But guys, hey, thank y'all for coming in, man.
100%.
And Tim Allen says Popeye is a good movie, but do you think Robin Williams did a good in the second one? Second one, I only know one.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't the second one came out. I didn't care for that. I didn't care for that one too much. It was okay. Robin Williams, Robin Williams always do a good job. He always did.
I just know about it. When did it say? I just remember the first one.
It was the second one. But I didn't care for it as much.
I missed that.
Charles Wilkes in the house. I'll see you in the house, man.
Wilkes,
What's up, Charles?
But yeah, man, let me go back to that Facebook, man. See if I can get these comments
Okay.
on here that we got on Facebook. There we go. Wayne Cochran in the house says, "What's up, guys from Japan?"
All right, my man Wayne is in the house. What's up?
Arigato. Says, "What's up, Harry Bernard Taylor, Christopher Burton? How y'all doing this evening?"
We doing good. I'm doing good.
Resting up some before I go to dinner. Mac and cheese with taco meat, grilled peppers, and onions.
Oh, goodness sake, girl, you making me hungry now, man. Chris, we came in here, we drinking Gatorade and Mountain Dew, and Chris eating nerds. I just ate a little 5-pack of Entenmann's donuts, man, or whatever. You talk about some macaroni and cheese and all that, girl. You got me. Wow, my man Chris.
You missing a steak on the grill, ribeye?
Well, we should have went to Finney's. Well, I thought about that. We should have went to Finney's and got us a doggone real meal, boy.
Oh, man.
Goodness sake, real meal, real deal.
Alma Clark says Dr. Ruth Westheimer passed away too.
Oh, for real? Oh yeah. Wow.
Ruth,
Yeah, Dr. Ruth been around for a long flipping time.
Well,
Thanks for that.
Dr. Ruth let you know what's going down.
Hey, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
It's a PG show, but I'm just letting you know. She let you know what's going down.
MTV should have had her on there. You know, where they say, hey, this is where it all happens. This is where all the bad things happen. They should have had Dr. Ruth on there. Dr. Ruth could have been. She could have She could have said, "Yep, this is where it happens. This is
where it's going down."
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this is where the steam pops up. This is what keeps the heat going, the passion going in the relationship.
Yeah.
But these celebrities, they have a lot of different people that they keep the heat going with. But
Orlando, Tim Allen said I missed a comment. Danny Brown on YouTube said, "What's up, Harry and Chris? Josh Briggs, Wrestling Pro Wrestling and Noah. How y'all's day been? Rest in peace to the legend Richard Simmons." So,
wow,
there might be some truth to that, man.
All right, Danny, appreciate that. Wow, yeah, sound like it's some truth to that. So, if it is, hey, rest in peace to Richard Simmons. I got to take your word for it.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to Richard Simmons. Wow, man.
And Orlando Como says he going to Red Lobster, man. Hey, he gonna get them cheddar biscuits, man.
I hear you.
He gonna go get them cheddar biscuits.
I might stop by Red Lobster. I might stop by there.
We had a seafood broil last night at the house.
Oh, you did? I haven't had Red Lobster in a long time.
Yeah, I ain't
my wife will be shocked. I might do that, bro.
Man, but you know what, man? See, I
Thank
like
you,
seafood.
Orlando.
I like seafood, but I don't like crab. Not like that. I like my pre-crack. Cause if I'm gonna eat, I want a pre-crack too. I want to eat. I ain't all that snapping and cracking. I ain't got time to play with my food.
I hear
want
you,
to
man.
eat it, man. Now, crab tastes great. It tastes wonderful. I love crab. But I just ain't got time for all that cracking and popping and
I
snapping.
hear you. I hear
just
you.
ain't got time for all that. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mag Magnum is
What's
in the
going
house.
on,
What's
man?
up,
What's going
Mag?
on, man?
And Charles Wills, what did Mag say right there, Chris?
Yeah, it is true, hey, and Chris, about Richard Simmons, man.
Oh wow, man! Rest in peace to Richard Simmons and all his loved
exercise,
ones,
man.
man.
Boy,
Straight up,
exercise,
straight
man.
up.
Boy.
All prayers to Richard Simmons, and gosh, man, it seemed like the man was gonna live forever.
But hey, he stayed in shape. I'll say that now.
Yeah, he did. He did. He
He
got a lot. He got a lot of people in America in shape. A lot of people that exercise that wouldn't exercise. So wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Now it's all up on DDP yoga.
Oh heck yeah! But wow, yeah. So we sitting there talking about wrestling and that was some good things that was said there. And yeah, the state of wrestling now. What I'm really thinking, Chris. I just think we have a state of delusion when it boils down to it. I think the fans are very. I'm not gonna say very delusional right now because I'm looking at wrestling. I look at both companies. I look at both companies, and I hate to say it. And it's not, I can't put the blame on anybody. I can't put the blame on Triple H. I can't really put the blame on Tony Khan. The bottom line is this. Instead of having something going on, a good storyline or something that really keeps us interested, we have things that come out of nowhere that distracts us from that. So I mean, a story seemed like it's developing. The next thing you know, which pay-per-view we got a premium live event, the next one that's coming up.
Swim.
3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
In 3 weeks. Okay, what did we just have? Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Okay. So every single time that something seem like it's building, they will take that away and say, okay, instead of saying, like, say if me and you, if we was wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
And Harry and Chris, hey, we're tag team partners. We got something going on with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Yeah. We just got into it. with these guys.
We might be here weekend?
Yeah.
Weekend two.
Yeah, we're week to two, maybe going into the second week. 1 week and we all fighting. We was fighting out right outside the dressing room. We was fighting those guys. Everybody saw it. The next week come up and what is his name? 8-weight, 12-weight. Adam Pearce, he's got us in the ring and he's talking to us about that. He said, you guys are not going to be doing all this crap messing up a program or whatever. This thing was what in the world you guys were doing or whatever. And then he gonna say, you guys want a match? He said, you guys gonna be, and he points up there and he said, you guys are gonna take care of your business at SummerSlam. We just started all the thing.
You right.
So that's what's happening all the flipping time. I see it all the time. We see it all the time now. Every time there's something that gets started, somebody comes in the ring and they start talking and they say, and then you have Adam Pearce or Nick, what is his name? Nick Aldis or somebody come out there and say, you're going to settle your match. And they point to that premium live event that comes up. And I'm just like, wow, let this thing play out on TV.
But see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing because they come up, the PLEs come up so
fast.
They come up so fast, you really don't have
the time to build it up. Yeah.
So you basically got to get a hot start in your storyline, get some buzz, and within 3 weeks tops, you got to get to a point where, okay, we have it at SummerSlam. God forbid, nothing resolved at SummerSlam. And then you're going to have to go on from there. That's how you got to do it. Because it used to be when you got to a certain pay-per-view with a certain feud, that was your big blow-off.
Oh, yeah.
That was the end-all, be-all. Unless it was like a Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, or something like that, where that thing just kept on rolling and rolling and rolling.
Right.
And it just took up basically almost a whole year.
Yeah. Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express.
Yeah.
Those type of feuds. The thing is this, the way I look at it, and what I believe will help Chris, Saturday morning wrestling. And if we had a Saturday morning wrestling, or we had wrestling is every night. We know that. But we need something to where we have 1 hour, maybe a Saturday morning and a Sunday morning too, to where you can really watch, where they can really have a platform to where they can really build a feud. Because like you said, the turnaround for the PLEs, the pay-per-views are so quick.
It's quick, man.
That it and I hate to say it, it kills the momentum of great things that's happening.
Yep.
And it's just, oh my gosh, man. I hate that because I'm like, okay, man, you had something really good. Now, let's look at Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Okay, we just had Cody Rhodes, not in Money in the Bank, but the one before it, Cody Rhodes against AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that thing with Backlash. Okay, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, it could have been built into something. Even though AJ has really been used to put people over and everything, what you could have done
and he just had an incredible match over in Japan.
Exactly.
And Noah, he just had an incredible match.
You could have built him up for 6 to 8 weeks to take on Cody. Mm-hmm. It would have been outstanding. But they rushed it.
He would have come out the loser, but
still, and he would have looked very strong. Because look, he was you could have put it up to where, hey, he was the #1 contender. He was the first.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say, okay, that was Cody's victim. He was the first. Mm-hmm. But man, what you have after that match, you still have a strong AJ Styles. And what's gonna happen? Okay, you got Solo Sikoa. Okay, Solo Sikoa, he's about to take on Cody in the next pay-per-view. We know Solo's gonna lose this match.
Yeah.
But only thing that's
gonna be some chaos.
Yeah, what's gonna save Solo is he's in that faction, man. So it's gonna be chaos there, and he'll be able to move on from that. But it's a sad state when you have to put Solo Sikoa in there against Cody Rhodes. Not saying Solo is not worthy. He's worthy, but he's worthy because of the Bloodline faction. Straight up. That's what it is.
Yep.
But, man, there's really not a story there. It is, but it's a quick story. And that's one thing that just tears me up, man. These stories are so fast and furious. And you go over to AEW, you look at that side, they're quick. They run very fast, too. Yeah. And,
they run faster than WWE.
Exactly. The Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, which was a great match at Forbidden Door. It was a great match. But, man, that's something you still can run with. You can continue to play off of that. But now they got them moving in a different direction. Even though I didn't watch it Wednesday, I know they did. Yeah. They got it moving in a different direction. But the buildup was nothing. All they did was come and have a little face-off. They looked at each other, and then the next week, hey, we're going to wrestle each other at Forbidden Door. The Forbidden Door pay-per-view. And it's like, wow, we're going to have a title versus title match. I don't think it was a title versus title match. I think it Swerve's title was on line. Yeah. But, man, it's just kind of crazy. You rushing things, and you don't give people time to digest.
Yeah.
To digest what's going on.
As a wrestling fan now, where you had time to digest and think about storylines, you don't have that no more. You have to be quick.
Yes.
You have to be quick. Okay, They got this going on. They got that going on. They got this going on. I got to keep up with this, because if I get lost with this, I'm going to forget about that.
Yes.
You're going to get lost because so much going on, so much to process, man. And I still ain't figured out this Chad thing.
Yeah, Chad
Gable
thing.
And Wyatt 6.
Yeah.
I still ain't figured out what's going on.
We don't know what's going to go on with that. And look, that's been a few weeks now?
Yeah.
But, so is this thing going to culminate come the next pay-per-view, SummerSlam? Is he going to get jumped there and they're going to mess him up and he's going to be out maybe for a little while? Who knows what's going to happen here?
And then we didn't even get to know what was going on when Adam Pearce went to the office and old boy was in there.
Yeah.
He was sitting in there waiting on him.
Exactly.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, and look, man, and see, it just leads us all into a state of confusion. So you really don't have time to complain about it. You don't have time to complain about wrestling. What people do is, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, and that's why you see in the Nielsen ratings, you see the fluctuation that you see, especially over in AEW. WWE, they kind of stay steady, but we see more of a fluctuation with Raw than we do SmackDown. SmackDown usually stay pretty steady of that 2.2 million, 2.1, 2.2 million. Raw can end up being 2 million, 2.1, 2.2. go down to 1.8, 1.7, which they were this past Monday night. It's a huge fluctuation. 500,000 people, man, that ain't nothing to scoff at. You know, that's 5 doggone Dallas Cowboy football stadiums, you know, or whatever.
I wish we got them kind of numbers on here.
Exactly. I mean, so, you know, that's a lot of people.
I would have quit my job.
Exactly. A lot of people fluctuating. So there is a problem there. And I don't think it's that it's the product is bad, because the product is not bad.
No, because, I mean, they're selling out.
Yeah, they selling out everywhere. The wrestling product is good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Because people want to come out and see these people.
Exactly.
So they doing something right.
Yeah.
They doing I mean, when they came to Greenville, they were back.
Yeah, it was. But you're never gonna grab the casuals if you don't have storylines, because that's what they was used to.
Yeah.
Storylines. Because look, a person, man, look, I remember back when the storylines were so good. I remember, man, when I was working in management, or what I could miss a couple of weeks and come back, that storyline still rolling. It's still going on. Now I can ask somebody about it. Hey, what's happening? You know, with what is going on? They can tell you exactly what's going on. You come back to it. But now, man, hey, don't miss wrestling. Don't miss it, because if you miss it, you're gonna be behind, man. And it just, that already done happened. Like the Stephanie Vancour thing, who just now took on. She just took on. What is her name? Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, hey, now she signed with WWE. She was a double champion. Well, she was a CMLL champion, and she New Japan Strong Women's champion.
Yep.
And okay, she lost to Mercedes Moné. The AEW wanted to do some things with her, but she still was CMLL champion or whatever. And
but they had ties with AEW.
AEW, yeah. And from what I'm understanding now is she had like a handshake deal with these guys. And now she signed with WWE, and they pissed off at her for doing it, but that was her dream.
Yeah, because she tried out for WWE.
Yeah.
And at the time when she tried out, I think it was maybe about 5-6 years ago, maybe longer.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, you're good, but you ain't quite there yet.
Yeah, we just now watched this girl against Mercedes a couple weeks ago.
And what she do, she's like, okay.
Now she's with WWE. I'm just like, wow, you can't miss it.
I mean, but she did the smart thing. She was like, okay, y'all don't think I'm ready now. I get it, but I'm still gonna go out and do what I got to do. Go across the world, hone my craft. Got some experience on the belt, and look where she at now.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and get some more questions real quick.
All right.
But yeah, after that, we're gonna go and we're gonna talk about some movies, whatever you guys want to talk about. But we're gonna keep it real with wrestling too. But we will talk about other things. We'll talk about some music, kind of music that you guys like, kind of music me and Chris like, movies or whatever, before we pretty much roll out of this thing, man. Yeah. But we appreciate everybody coming in.
Yeah.
And before Chris hit into that, let me go ahead and give a shout out over to Facebook, because you know what we want you to do at Facebook? We want you to hit that like, share, join. Over here on YouTube, shout out to YouTube. We want you to hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know when we're on like times like these. When you see us over on Twitch, you do the same thing that you do here on YouTube. And over on X, formerly known as Twitter, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet. And what else, Mr. Birdie?
And follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show.
Yes.
And before I get to these comments, guys, guess what? I just found out some good news, man. Some good news.
What's that?
My New York Yankees
all right.
just beat the Baltimore Orioles 6-1.
Oh, 6-1, man. Goodness sake, man. They smashed them.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that don't sound like a huge score, but in baseball, that's a huge score.
Yeah, they might as well say that's 20-0.
Exactly. I mean, they put them down, man.
So my Yankees, they only like 2 games or a game and a half out.
They right there on that cusp, man, of taking over that
Baltimore
lead.
got the Baltimore's in the East. Baltimore's got the lead. So
yeah. So the best team now it's the playoffs, guys. It used to be the pennant, for the pennant, but hey, it's the playoffs now.
But if you're old school, it was the pennant.
Yeah, it was the old school, the pennant, and it wasn't many teams got in the pennant, only 4. So yeah, it's a whole different ball game. Yeah. Baseball made it a lot more exciting. And that's something that, as far as baseball go, man, baseball.
And we about to come up on the All-Star break, too.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Wow. And it seems like the season just started.
Yeah, it does. It goes by. For some reason, it seems like it goes by quicker now, Chris.
And they still got like 900 games, man.
Man, since we got older. Now, when we was younger, it seemed like the season went forever.
Yeah, I'm like, man,
just like,
you'd be like 3 weeks in on football season, they're still playing baseball.
Yeah, 162 games, man. You just like, what in the world?
Could you imagine being a baseball player and having to play all them games?
Wow, man, that's crazy.
You might have a doubleheader, a day off, or you might have a double header go into a triple header.
Well, you know what? And that's what I wanted to
Man,
play.
I'm like, good God,
That's what I wanted to play. Baseball. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Even though I was better at football and basketball, I wanted to be a professional baseball player because I wanted to play all them games. And I'm like, you get to play all season. Basketball I like too because they put 82 games.
Yeah.
Football when I first started watching football, it was 14 game season.
Mm-hmm.
Now what? 18 game season? Something like that. Yeah, so it went 14, then it went 16, now it's 18. They talking about going up to 19. I think that's ridiculous. Keep it,
Well, pretty soon you ain't gonna. If they do that, you ain't gonna have no preseason.
Exactly.
You just might as well just jump off into the season.
Yeah, the bottom line is if they're gonna do that in football, then they need to make the rosters a little bit bigger.
Oh, good.
I mean, they need to add more players.
At least I say, what was it, 53? They need at least bump it up to 60.
Yeah,
at
60
least.
to 65 players. They need that because, man, the wear and tear from playing football is no joke. Because, I mean, when I played in college, man, we had 100 players on the team. So, I mean, it's 100 players. Now, colleges, they up to 110, 120 players. Because, you got guys with double numbers. Some defensive guys and some offensive guys, they wearing double numbers. But, man, yeah, back in the day, like I say, we was allowed to have 99 to 100 players, on an NCAA, Division I football team. So, man, it's crazy. And when I look at that and the injuries in college, they're less than what happens in the NFL. And they only allow them a certain amount of players. And I understand the money part.
The practice thing done changed in the NFL too.
Yeah.
You only have so many practices throughout the season where you actually wear pads.
Oh yeah.
And then when it comes to wearing pads, you only have so many practices where you can do full contact.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, you basically out there just running plays, half speed, hitting with a shoulder pad every once in a while, and then the rest of the season you might be in shorts and shirts.
I don't think I would like that at all.
But
I'll be afraid I'll get injured. I mean, that's just me.
But see, that's the thing, though, man. That's the thing. When we were playing ball, you were full pads until the day before your game.
Yeah.
And what that was, conditioning your body to
take hit. That. Exactly.
Getting hit. So when you got hit by somebody else, your body's like, okay, I ain't gonna get hurt. I'm used to this kind of shock and this feel. Whereas it is now, granted, bigger money and all this whole deal, but take the money out of the equation, the hitting is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's not as hard as it used to be.
But yeah,
but
it's definitely still there.
Hit.
And you're getting hurt.
These guys getting hurt more often because your body isn't
not conditioned for it.
Conditioned the way it used to be back in the day.
Exactly. And you got coached by the same guys, a couple of the same guys. I did. Larry Frost, Dunn Frost. Yeah. And those guys in practice, they didn't let us let up. You knocked the living daylight. Guys were trying to hurt you in practice. They would knock the hell out of you, even though they was your friends.
Because you know what? Most of them wanted your spot.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were like, okay, I ain't good as Harry, I ain't good as Chris.
Yeah.
I ain't good as you, I ain't good as you. So I'm gonna lock your tail and put you out so I can get your spot.
Exactly. So we was knocking heads in practice just like it was a real game. We was killing each other. And and I remember Don Frost and Larry Frost. That's when they say you go out there and you wrecking shop in high school. It was crazy.
And there wasn't no such thing, no CTE. I mean,
heck no, man.
You walking around concussed and didn't even know.
Hey, man.
Just walking around drooling on yourself.
Hey, it'd be hot as I don't know what out there, and you crabbing the hill, bro. yeah. Y'all lose a game, boy. Them coaches really wanted to win. Hey, you crabbing the hill, bro.
Oh, I didn't tell you what my former next door neighbor, what he did when he was in high school. That year, jail man went to the championship.
Well, it ain't the one that had to run all the way home, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You told me about that. That was crazy.
Let me tell you a story now. So these guys, now this was jail, one of my high school.
All right, we're gonna get your comments right after this story here.
So this was back in the 80s when jail man actually had a powerhouse. Harry remembers. Harry remember that team.
Oh yeah.
So these guys were something serious. They had some all-stars on that team. And he was telling me a story. The coach was like, hey, guys, good game, everything. Y'all did good, whatever. But he was like, but you still lost. But you know what? I'm going to take it easy on you guys. I ain't gonna kill you in practice. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to have fun, guys. We're going to pile up on the bus. We're going to go take a little ride. And we're going to, have some fun. So what he did, he took them all the way from Jailman High School all the way to Marlin Road through Laurel Creek.
Oh wow.
Right where that FedEx is now. Right,
Oh, yeah.
Right on that side road right there. And then you got Marlin Road.
Mm-hmm.
Stop the bus right there. He's like, all right, everybody get off my bus. And you in full gear. Get off my bus. They're like, this is what we're going to do. Y'all going to run all the way from here back to the school, full gear behind this bus.
Man, what kind of crap is that, man? That was a long. That's the difference. That's a different story. But goodness sake, man. But I remember things like that used to happen.
But back then, that was
Yeah, it was.
fire.
Yeah.
You could get away with stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach was like, hey, guys.
That's a long way to jail, man, boy.
Man, and had them. Hey, I think they had that bus might have been doing about 15, 20 miles an hour. And they had to keep up with that bus. Full gear. All the way through Laurel Creek back to jail, man.
What is that, about 8 or 9 miles?
Yes, sir.
In full gear and cleats.
Yes, sir.
God almighty.
And like I said, back then, that was Harry, you knew that was perfectly legal.
Oh, yeah, don't complain.
Oh,
Don't complain.
oh, look. They come back and bust up and make you start all over
Exactly.
again.
Don't complain. Don't, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Because like I say, yeah, they will start it over. And they'll go, like I say, then you had to deal with your teammates. But yeah, don't complain. So,
Like I said,
it was great.
I was like, are you, because he told me that story. He's probably about in his 50s now, around about your age.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, man.
He
Yeah,
was like,
I remember.
no.
Yeah,
He
things
was
like
like-
that used to be
He was
happening.
like, man, we had an awesome team. We went to the championship.
I remember
everything.
that.
But
Yeah.
because of the way we lost that game, the way we lost, and it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
It was like 1 or 2 points, but the execution that we played, the way we ran our plays, it wasn't satisfactory to the coaches, and the coaches were like, hey, y'all did good, but it wasn't good enough.
I couldn't remember which school it was, but yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that story, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, God, no fight. But that's
Could
pretty-
you imagine doing something like that?
Oh,
man?
we did stuff. We did stuff close to that, but not that deep, that steep. But I do remember that.
Yes.
But yeah, those coaches, man, those coaches had a way to make you hate the game. They really did. When it boils down to it,
And
man.
it was perfectly fine back then.
Yeah, it was.
And you go complain to your mom and your daddy, they were like, well, hey, I saw the game. You know, I was there.
Yeah.
Y'all did look like crap.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
And they wasn't going to fuss at the coaches neither.
hey, because the coaches was they were your mom and dad. That's all it is. They was your mom and dad. But yeah, go ahead and get all the comments.
Ooh,
Let's get them all, man.
All right, man. So, where we at here? Where we get off here? Ba. Ooh, all right. We got a lot of comments.
Oh,
on
heck
that.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We got. Okay. Danny Brown said, yeah, Josh Briggs. How we doing? Well, Richard Simmons. All right. Orlando Connor says, who you think will win the 6-man, the Bloodline, or the Judge versus the Judgment Day? And if I miss a comment or something, just please let me know.
Look, I'm gonna have to roll with Judgment Day on that. 3-on-3 now. Okay, 3-on-3. Everything's equal, you know. Of course, they're gonna get jumped, you know, because they got an extra man.
Yep.
Only reason I'm saying that right now is because Judgment Day has the better talent. You have Damian Priest. You got Finn Balor. And in my opinion, those are 2 top of the line guys, top tier guys, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So talent wise, they got the talent, but that don't mean that the Bloodline is not going to bloody them down, and they could win that match. So Orlando, it's going to be a battle. It'll be a battle.
Especially with Jacob Fatu, that okay.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, I think I did read some of these comments, but Orlando Kama said he said he was going to Red Lobster. And he said
Okay.
he's gonna have a beer on the damn side.
Okay, you have a beer on the side. Okay.
Hey, what kind of beer you gonna drink, Orlando? I need to know, man. What kind of beer you gonna drink over there?
Exactly.
Mag Magnum says greetings, Harry, Chris, and Harry.
What's going on, Mag?
Charles Wilkes says, yeah, it's true. Harry and Chris talking about Richard Simmons.
Oh, wow.
20th Charity Commerce and CSX says, can you send me the link, please?
No, 20th charity. We're sorry, bro. We're sorry right now. Okay, that's all I can say right now.
All right, Orlando Connor says snow crab and crab legs, king crab and blue crab. Good Lord, that's a lot of crab.
Heck
boy.
yeah.
Boy, you crabbing up, boy. Tim Allen says, yeah, Richard Simmons died a lot of training business. Yeah, he was. He was the king of that whole thing, man.
Heck yeah.
Orlando Common says, Damian Priest versus Gunther. This match sounds good.
It does sound good. It does. Gunther, man, they really haven't done anything with him lately. But, you know, he might take some time
him
off.
since he got that King of the Ring.
Exactly.
So I think they just basically saving him for this match for Damian, and then hopefully win, lose, or draw, they got something for him. I hope.
We hoping, yes.
Yeah. Alma Clark says, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? B90.
What's going on, Alma?
Tim Allen also says, Mariah May turned on Toni Storm last week.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Bloodied it up. Bloodied her up.
Yes, she did. Orlando Cummins says, what if WWE go to the Green Bay Packers, Green Bay Stadium for WrestleMania? Well, they better do it in the summertime.
That's please don't do it in the winter.
Because
the frozen tundra. The frozen tundra.
You better do that thing in the middle of August. You better skip SummerSlam and put SummerSlam where WrestleMania is.
Exactly.
You wait, man, no.
No doubt.
All right, Johnny Bean says, what's up, Harry and Chris?
What's going on, Johnny Bean,
how do you
my
feel
man?
about Natalya re-signing with WWE, in your opinion?
Hey, outstanding. I'm glad that she did.
I am too, man.
Look, it doesn't matter that she gets in, they use her to get people over and everything. It's just that this is where she belongs. She belongs. It's like, I mean, she's just one of these mainstays.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see her anywhere else.
Exactly.
So, I mean, even if she retires in her 50s or whatever, she still has a place in WWE as a commentator or whatever she wants to do. Trainer, somebody, a face of the company, of the women's division. So, yeah, I'm very happy about her still being there.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get some of these comments in, man. Because I know we got some on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over here and we'll go up here on this thing a little bit.
All right. All right. Mac Madam says, I don't know if you guys talked about it or not, but are you going to give Collision another chance tonight?
Collision?
Well,
I don't know about all that, man. What time is it?
It's 7:35.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make it back. We ain't gonna make it back, man. Sorry about that.
All right. Lando Common says, how was your 4th of July? I worked. I got holiday pay. That's how mine was. I don't know how Harry's was, but that's what I did.
Wasn't bad, man. That's all I gotta say. Wasn't bad. Went out. Well, actually, it did end up being bad because I was stuck in traffic for a couple hours downtown Greenville picking up my niece from work. I forgot it was 4th of July, but I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours, and that was bad. Even though I saw a lot of fireworks going over the top of me, being in that traffic wasn't fun. So it could have been great, but it was decent. It was okay,
All right, Johnny Bean said, Harry and Chris, how you feel about Marcus Allen back then in the football field? Marcus Allen,
he was incredible, man.
Yeah, he was, man.
He was a great running back.
Now, do you think he was better in Oakland or what was it? What other team he played for?
The 49ers? No, he didn't play for the 49ers. Did he?
Kansas City. Oakland. So
Yeah, because he came back from injury and went to Kansas City and still was great. Was great. I remember Marcus Allen when he was in college. He went to USC. Same as O.J. Simpson. Yeah, of course, you was too young to watch that. But I remember that, and I was like, I don't know if he's going to make it in NFL. He didn't have the speed.
That dude had a long stride. I remember
he
that.
did.
Yeah,
he didn't have the speed. And I was like, I don't know if he'll make it to the NFL. I said he got the skill. Look, just like O.J. Simpson ran like O.J. Simpson.
Long stride, boy.
And then, like I say, he got to the NFL and he succeeded. And, man, I'm happy he succeeded, but he never really had the speed. But, Jerry Rice really didn't have a lot of speed either. But when he caught that ball, he had a lot of speed. He was going.
Jerry basically said every time he touched the ball, he thought somebody was going to kill him. He was running for his life.
Every time. Yes.
Even if he was wide open, he was running for his life.
Oh, exactly.
Because he was like, as soon as I touch the ball, I know somebody's going to try to take my head off.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get out of here.
Incredible, man. Incredible player. But, yeah, Marcus Allen was great, man.
Yeah,
he was great.
He was good. Alma says Richard Simmons played Mr. Goodbody on Captain Kangaroo Saturday mornings back in the day, B90.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yep, he did. Orlando Common says, what WrestleMania would you be putting on the map? So where will we have it?
Maybe he's saying which one that put WWE on the map or WWF on the map or something. I don't know what you're saying, Orlando. Right there, you have to rephrase that.
Yeah.
So we can pretty much, I don't want to put words out there that you're not talking about, that you're not really speaking on.
Ted Rubin says, since we're talking about the movie, did you hear Shrek 5 is coming out with the original cast in 2026?
No, I had no clue.
About that, man.
I had no clue.
Matter of fact, speaking of movie, I need to get my tickets for that Twisters movie, man.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
coming
new Twister. That's coming out this month.
Is the 19th, isn't it? 18th and 19th. It's the same day as the Jodeci concert.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I got to get my tickets for that.
Yeah, I want to see Twister, too, when it comes out.
Yeah, because that looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, it should be very good.
And then I want to see that Deadpool and Wolverine, too.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, I
want to see that, but I'm not. It's not dire for me, but I will see it when it comes out.
For me, I would like to see it because I'm into that Marvel thing, and I want to see how it possibly ties in with some other things in the Marvel universe and the Marvel realm.
That's why he's eating stuff like this, nerds.
Man, you tripping, man. You tripping,
That's what he is. But I'm gonna eat me a couple of nerds because I gotta get some nerderdom in me, man. Because you guys are nerds, man. You're wrestling. Most wrestling fans, what they call us today, man? They call us nerds and geeks and outcasts and stuff like that.
Ain't nobody never called me nothing like that.
Ain't nobody never called me like that either, but
not in my face anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with these nerds. Ain't nothing wrong with nerds being liking wrestling. Hey, that's one thing, in my opinion, that's kind of one thing that make wrestling cool when it boils down to it, because they've always had that crowd. They've always had that nerd type crowd.
We're not calling
anybody nerds
or anybody watching nerds.
Exactly.
Or anybody like wrestling nerds. We're not calling you that.
I'm just letting you know that wrestling has always
had a
niche group, niche audience, a group that's always gonna follow wrestling. Yeah. Like say, that's always gonna be there. It's like going into a comic book store. Even though there's people that, people from all walks of life that likes comics, you have nerds that love it, that is there all the time.
Die hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can tell you anything about any particular series of comics, especially if it's something that is near and dear to their heart.
Yeah.
Like some people love Deadpool. They can tell you any and everything about Deadpool. Some people can tell you any and everything about the Incredible Hulk. Some people can tell you any and everything about Captain America or Batman or Superman, because that's near and dear to their heart.
Yeah. Any cool person out here that's a good person that just love people in general, that just love hanging out with people, talking to people, they all have nerd friends. And that you have that friend who might be a little nerdy or a little out there or whatever. So it's nothing wrong with that. And to me, those the ones that, like I'm saying, nerds. If I call somebody a nerd or whatever, I'm calling them a wrestling nerd or somebody that really like comics. Those are the ones that I used to love to talk to about wrestling or whatever, because they were so excited and they really loved it. They really got into it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm talking about as far as nerds. But hey, a lot of my friends, mostly nerds. I mean, a lot of them was nerds. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So so we definitely not, putting down anybody, by talking about nerds. Okay.
All right. Jacob Sammy in the building.
Okay.
Jacob Sammy said, Harry, still got that OJ glove when he want to choke his TV when Brian Cage on there. Talking about when you get mad and you see Brian Cage, you want to choke your TV.
Oh God! Wow!
Man, come on, why y'all be talking about my boy Brian Cage, man?
Brian Cage could be something, man.
He real good. The boy.
He good.
Man, I can see him. Okay. Matter of fact, I can see Brian Cage in NXT winning the North American Championship.
Yeah.
I can see him doing that. Because
over FEMA?
Yeah, because that would be a great match.
Great.
Because you got two big men, but the only difference is Brian Cage has that athleticism like a Bam Bam Bigelow. He's able to do those high spots that FEMA not could do, but necessarily doesn't do.
Oh, actuality, Brian Cage.
And that would put a different dynamic on it.
Yeah, Brian Cage could actually be the champ over there in AEW. He
really
actually
good.
Could win a world championship and actually bring them up a level when it boils down to it.
And he's a decent talker on the mic, too. He's decent
exactly,
talker.
because when it boils down to it, look, I don't really care for him a lot, but like I said, I'm business wise. You know, when it comes to wrestling or anything, I'm business wise. What's best for the business? You look at Brian Cage.
He got the look for sure.
Not just the body. I mean, just not just the
yeah.
body, but he's got the body. He got the body. He's got the look in the face. He looks intense in the face. He looks like a wrestler. When you look at him, he looks like somebody that's in combat, some kind of combat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he will represent the sport very well. Mm-hmm. And when it boils down to it, you have to have WWE match that. So see that was the whole difference. That's one thing about when I look at champions. When we go back and we look at the world champions from yesteryear, even though Hulk Hogan looked like more of the wrestler, people were going to look at him and say he's a behemoth, yeah. Big, huge guy, whatever. You look at Ric Flair, the way he dressed, the way he carried himself with that belt and everything like that.
Total opposite.
Yeah.
Total
opposites. But people look at him and you'd be like, and you can point to those two guys. And say somebody off the street, and you say that's the world champion, Ric Flair. You say that, well, Hulk Hogan, that's the world champion. Oh yeah, he looked like a wrestler, but who's going to intrigue you the most? Even though Hulk Hogan will do it because of the machine behind him, Ric Flair is going to intrigue you the most because you're looking at everything that he has. He's the total package. Brian Cage is that total package, not just because of the body. He's the total package. Yeah. You look at him from face all the way down
to talent.
Yeah, he has all of it. It's all there,
But AEW just doesn't know how to handle it.
No, they don't. And another person that they have over there that has every single thing that I'm talking about is what is his name? Cesaro. What do you call him?
Claudio.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, Claudio.
Same thing. But those two guys right there, man, incredible. You can make them your world tag team champions.
Good Lord.
World tag team champions, if you made a tag team division.
And it will be believable.
Yeah, exactly. And then one of those guys can break off and become the world champion.
Yeah.
But man,
and it will be believable.
Yeah, exactly. And you, like I said, and you can have a manager with him, man. But those
Brian Cage, man, like I said, Brian Cage, I see the potential in Brian Cage.
Oh, he has a lot.
Harry does too.
Yeah, he has a lot of potential.
The thing that pisses Harry off, they put him in these situations where he really doesn't get to show what he's truly got.
And it does. And look.
And the only time they did it, when he wrestled Wardlow.
Yeah.
The one match. That was it.
And look, who was it? Orlando or whoever said that. Yeah. But yeah, it's not Brian Cage's fault.
No.
Of course I'm pissed off. I get pissed off because I know what he's capable of, what he can do. But, hey, he's the one who's in the ring. He's the one that they put in these situations. So my blame goes straight to him. Me being upset or frustrated, it goes straight to him, even though I know it's not his fault.
It's the people telling him what to do.
Exactly.
But, it's kind of like you got the puppet and the puppet master.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see the puppet master, but all you see is the puppet. And the puppet does what the puppet master tells it. And so you're going to go after what you see.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But I still love Brian Cage, man. I still love him.
Oh, hey, he can be great, man. He can be great.
And like I said, he would be amazing in NXT, I think, man.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead and pull up, man, all the way up until where you think we at, and that way you can see all the Facebook comments too. Okay. But guys, we got a little bit closer here.
Yeah. Okay, so where we at? Brian Cage. Yeah. So Mac Magnum says Jerry Rice was running scared. Yeah, he was.
Mac Magnum. Let's see if we can get Mac Magnum. Let's see if we can find where we at. Actually, man, we didn't. Okay, that's all the way at the end.
Yeah.
Let's see. Once we see once you see that comment, we'll stop right there.
Right there.
Yeah, Jerry Rice was
he was running scared.
Yeah, he was running scared, man.
He said it in the documentary. He's like, every time I caught the ball, whether I was wide open, I was running for my flipping life.
Can't blame him. I can't blame him.
No, not at all, man.
Because hey, I played wide receiver in high school.
Ain't no way.
See,
I'd rather hit
defensive back in college. Well, I was defensive back in high school too. But you played two ways. You could play two ways. But yeah, when I caught the ball, man, I was gone. I was dangerous now. Like I catch the ball in traffic like crazy. I don't care. It's 2 or 3 people there, man. Two defensive, a safety, a cornerback coming up. They gonna smash me. I'm still gonna catch that ball. Because look, the way I looked at it, because back when we was playing, Chris, what did the coaches used to tell you? I don't care if that ball coming the wide receivers direction, they're gonna get smashed anyway. You were gonna get smashed. So back in the day, hey, I was catching that ball.
And there was a lot of over the middle routes too.
Yeah, and that's the reason I can't stand Trick Williams.
Man, Trick is the best thing ever. Trick is the best thing ever.
Because Matrix Belton, that's his real name. But you know, when he was at Carolina, he was at my school. That joker could not catch that ball. Well, he did. He could. He would. The ball would bounce off him. He would do everything he could to fumble that ball, especially when somebody was coming at him. Look, my thing is this. Look, only reason I didn't play wide receiver in college is because I don't know if you guys heard of him or whatever, but his brother is very famous. He was very famous too, but he only got to play like 5 years in the NFL because he got hurt. And that was Sterling Sharp was in front of me, and I did not want to play behind him. Okay, so I just went ahead and played defensive back. But Sterling Sharp, and then with Sterling Sharp.
And the only reason Sterling was a start because Trick was hurt that year.
Man, shut up, Sterling. Man, Trick wasn't even born. All right, he wasn't even born.
That's the only reason.
And then the next year, my sophomore year, Robert Brooks came up there. And hey, I don't know if you guys heard of him. He played for the Packers. And you had Sterling Sharp before him. Didn't Sterling play for the Packers too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sterling and he got hurt. But Sterling, they was predicting Sterling, he looked like he was gonna beat all the Jerry Rice records. They still, Shannon and all them still trying to get him in the Hall of Fame, but he only played 5 years. But he was incredible. I think he had that 1 year he caught 117 passes, and that's before the passing game was like it is now, where they just passing all the time. But Sterling was incredible. Try to defend that big joker. That joker, man, the hardest guy in the world to defend.
But you think he made try Shannon. Shannon big up.
Yeah, well, of course, man. You can't defend him. Not as no defensive back, not no corner. You got to be a big safety or a doggone linebacker, man. You can't defend somebody like that. Shannon sucked, man, in college. I mean, he was great in the NFL now. He almost he wanted to play at South Carolina, but he ended up playing for Savannah State because
you wouldn't have been with that boy, man.
Yeah, they wouldn't have gave him they didn't give him no scholarship.
But you wouldn't have been able to do nothing with that boy. You would have came down there.
Heck no, man. Too big, man. Who would he do?
Who would y'all on your team? Who would y'all had cover that boy if you would have came down there?
I don't know, man. We like I said, we had a couple safeties that could have, covered him. I mean, that was tough. The white guy, the guy who forgot his name. God, I forgot his name. Connor, what was his name? He hurt. He played on our team. He hurt Sterling in the NFL. He's the reason Sterling is out. I forgot his name. I can't even think of his name right now.
That's crazy.
But like I said, we had 100 players every year. Sometimes these players switched off. So I can't remember everybody who was on the team by name right now. But, yeah. But, man, nobody really could defend him. We had linebackers who could probably defend him. But in practice. Now, if he would have came down to South Carolina, it would have been in practice. But, yeah, Sterling was good. I mean, not Sterling. Shannon was good. I don't know why he didn't get the scholarship at Carolina his brother was pretty much there at Carolina, was trying to, pretty much prop him up and trying to get him a scholarship, but it didn't happen. And I remember Shannon I remember his high school days. He was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, he needs to get a scholarship. It was hard to get scholarships back then, guys. It really was. But I'm like, need to go ahead and sign this kid. But I don't know why. We had some great tight ends. Great tight ends. One of them did. The only person I remember on y'all's whole team was Todd Ellis. That's the only person I remember on that whole team. Well, you was very young, man.
And plus, I was a diehard Clemson fan.
You was 7, 8 years old,
I was a Clemson fan, so all I knew
by
was
the time
Todd
I was
Ellis.
graduating, yeah. But Todd Ellis, man, your team, we lost, what we lose, 17-15 against Miami. Last thing they did was drag Todd Ellis, boy. There was fight pursued, boy. After the fight, there was a fight after the back. We were fighting, boy. We were fighting them there on Hurricanes, boy. Hey. I'm glad we wasn't in Miami because we wouldn't have fought them there.
Y'all wouldn't have came out alive, boy.
You're exactly right.
Boy, I was somewhere hearing about the legend of Harry Taylor, boy. Like his gravesite over there when they killed him down in Miami.
Them jokers was crazy, boy. But yeah, we were pissed off, boy. Them jokers, Miami, they were dirty, boy. They was dirty.
That's who you should have played, boy.
Shoot, man, they ain't get no scholarship. Ain't get no scholarship offer from no Miami Hurricanes, man.
Man, you could have stand the elbow, man. They'd be like, you know what? We ain't got no scholarship. We're gonna have you on team because
Right
you
there,
stay like that.
Howard Snellenberger said, "You suck, man. You suck, kid." I'm like, but I want to be part of the building block, man, of Miami, of Miami, the Hurricanes, man. I want to be part of that legacy, man, that you guys are building.
And they built one heck of a legacy.
Heck yeah, they did, man. Heck yeah. All right, but yeah, where we at on the comments? Okay,
All right.
Start right there. Who's on there?
Okay. Lionel comment says, what states? So he's talking about where would we put, if we were running, what states would we take WrestleMania to?
Hey, South Carolina, bro. Little John Coliseum of Carolina's Coliseum. One of the two.
No, man, it have to be the stadium, not the Coliseum.
I mean the stadium.
God, dog,
I mean the stadium, not the Coliseum. The stadium. I mean.
Well, that thing would hold nobody.
Yeah, the stadium. That was the only two things. That was the only two places in South Carolina big enough to hold it.
Exactly.
You know, they
and Clemson's bigger than Carolina's still.
by a little bit, by 4,000 fans.
Because I think before they did the extension,
well,
it was like, what, 70, 80,000?
Yeah, Clemson holds 87. Carolina's 83. Carolina actually dropped theirs down, but Clemson dropped theirs down too. Clemson used to hold like 90,000.
Yeah.
And
but they would probably have it in Carolina. They would probably have it in Columbia.
Yeah, they probably would. They probably would.
It's central to everything.
Yeah, it is.
So, and it's the capital too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but
and anywhere else, I think they're gonna be in Minnesota for three pay-per-views. Gonna be Royal Rumble, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam.
Yeah, and the only reason I would say here in South Carolina because it's just a huge wrestling state. North Carolina, you would have to have it at the Panther Stadium, but that's not as big as South Carolina, North Carolina Stadium, but it's pretty big. Let's see.
Where else? So that would be Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
They've had it in Atlanta a million times.
Yeah.
And the Mercedes-Benz Dome ain't big as the Georgia Dome.
Yeah. Tennessee, you can have it in. You definitely can have it in Rocky Top. Rocky Top. Yeah, in Tennessee, University of Tennessee. Yeah. And I mean that thing over 100,000 people strong. You know, and I guarantee you to pack it out too.
And you could have it even in Michigan at the Big House. Yeah, that's the biggest college stadium.
Yeah, you can have it at the Big House, no doubt.
You have to, once again, have it in the summertime.
Hey, Penn State, man, Penn State.
They ain't trying to go there with that Joe Paterno mess.
I know. Well, man, come on, man. That thing done died out.
Man, but it's still, man, well, Benoit done died out too, but people still talking about him.
Man, I don't care, man. That thing died out. They punished the school, and it wasn't Joe Paterno's fault, man. When it boiled down
about it.
He ended up, man, look, he was old, man.
But he knew he could have stopped that whole thing.
But he didn't know all that stuff kept going. He heard a little bit about it. They tarnished his legacy completely off of it, man. I'm just like, come on, man. He knew.
Just think about it, man. You got the most powerful man, except for the governor in Pennsylvania. Joe Paterno, you had the governor.
Of course.
You had Joe Paterno right there. Literally, Harry.
Hey, look, he should have took it more serious. But look, you know, in hindsight, and I'm gonna tell you like this: back then, they did not go as deep as we would now. Okay, now, man, you heard some stuff like that. Now, what the hell's going on?
But they gonna
serious investigation.
I'm talking about they gonna go back and be like, oh, you failed a spelling bee in second grade. They gonna go back there.
But back then, man, no. I'm sorry. It just.
But it did mess up that man's great legacy, man.
It did. But back then, man, it just. You might have heard something, and you know the guy might have told you to stop or whatever. You don't need to be around kids or what. That's what they did. But now, man. Woo, man, we going up and down all around. Like I said, you're not getting no second chances. Hey, we're looking at putting you in jail. You could touch a woman inappropriately, and she works in a strip club, and they looking to put you in jail. They did the thing. They did it with Tyson, man. Tyson got in trouble and paid millions of dollars to a stripper because he touched her, man. So back in the 90s, back in the mid 90s, he touched the stripper and he had to pay a couple $1 million out on that, man. I remember that. So, I mean, now it's a whole different ball game.
It is.
You mess up at work, man. You sexually harass somebody.
You can say hello to a female nowadays.
Yeah.
Almost.
And if she's gonna complain about you, man, I tell you what, you can try to defend yourself all you want, but I guarantee you, HR is gonna pull out a sheet. They're gonna pull out a piece of paper and say, you need to sign this.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you didn't do anything, they want you to sign it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I mean,
you have to watch yourself now.
Society now is so touch and go.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, you can literally say, "Hey, how you doing?" to somebody the wrong way, man, and that could be your life.
Yeah.
But back in the day, not as much as so much.
But yeah.
But now, man.
Yeah, you got to watch it. You really do, because somebody can take things the wrong way, man, and just
mess you up.
Yeah. So you know, it's kind of messed up a little bit. It really is, because now, you know, I'm not, you know, if some women on here, and I mean, I know you got the older women, they really don't care, but you have young women out here now, and they want to be approached, but they're not being approached because they say men don't approach them no more. No, you don't approach them
because you don't know how to.
Exactly. You don't know what's going to happen when it boils down to it.
You don't know what you can say, what can't you say.
Exactly.
And you don't know what's going to trigger them and all this, and you know, you don't know if they got PTSD, and you might go to shake their hand, and that might remind them of something that happened in their past or something.
Yeah, it is
anything.
It's not just females. Some guys like that too. Mm-hmm. You know, you got guys out here saying, "Hey, they were sexually harassed." You know, so it's any little thing now. You know, and people look at you sideways if you're around kids too much. Sometimes it's all kind of things, man. You know, they go into your background check. I mean, like, you know, hey, I work with children, so you know, every time that I switch jobs or my company switch, because they switch every now and then, and they'll run a Slayer report. So it's a whole different ball game, guys. Whole different ball game. But yeah, we appreciate you guys being on here, man.
Like I said, we're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about everything. But Chris, going up on these comments, and man, let's switch over to something. Yeah, we talk about a little bit of movies and things. Hey, Chris, as far as music, me and Chris, we listen to everything.
And what was I bumping earlier today?
Hey, Chris was bumping some go-go, man. He's all into that.
The DMV area, if you know, go-go, man. That's one of my genres of music I love, man.
Hey, this man love go-go music, man. So he was bumping some go-go music. You know, as I was coming in, hey, I was bumping some LL Cool J, some Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, The Message, a mix that I hadn't heard. Pretty good.
The Furious 6 plus a twist?
Yeah, man. But yeah, so I was bumping that as we came in. But as far as music go, Chris and I, we listen to everything. So you can talk to us about country music. You can talk to us about rock, heavy metal, everything that you could talk to us about. But man,
heck, I even went to some heavy metal concerts back in the day, man. You remember the auditorium, Whitesnake and Bon Jovi and all that?
Oh, heck yeah, Whitesnake, boy. I love them. Bon Jovi too.
Yeah, I was at all the concerts, man.
Oh yeah, but man, look, you know, as far as movies go, TV, like say, hey, we looking forward to Twister coming out.
About Twister, man. She wants to go see it so bad. That's one of her comments, man.
Yeah.
Because that new Twister, it looks great, man. It looks great. And I was like, I remember the old one, so I want to see how they're going to put a twist on the new one.
Yeah, because I was about to watch the old one, not yesterday, I think the day before. But yeah, the one, it came out in 96. That's a great. I don't watch. It came out in 96.
Ooh.
And I saw that over by your Carmike over here or Camelot.
Camelot, right?
Yeah, Camelot. Yeah, I think they call it Carmike now, but it used to be called Camelot.
That's still the Camelot.
Still Camelot. Okay, yeah. Went and saw that Camelot, and Camelot just had put those new THS X the sound system in there, and man, and that storm, it sounded like you right up on it. It was over you, man. It was incredible. I was like, wow, man. Well, you know, nothing, you know, we talking about wrestling and how wrestling's changed is a little different, but nothing's like it used to be. No. And I hate to say it, you know, I mean, we both from, even though I'm older than Chris, we both from Generation X, that we had, everything was better back in our day. But even the young people, I see them doing reaction videos on our stuff. They love it. They like, wow, things were so much better. The stories was better in TVs and all that.
And
great
TV shows. Videos, man. Have you seen the ones? And it cracked me up to this day, man. Somebody did a reaction video on 2 alcoholic drinks from back in the day here, and mixed them together and tried to drink just a regular bottle like this.
Yeah.
Or them 2. And guess what they were?
What, Ripple? What was it? Coke. Oh, I seen that. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot what drinks it was.
It was Everclear.
Yeah.
And Old English mixed together, trying to drink it. I was like,
foolishness, man.
you are about to have the worst time of your life.
Heck yeah, man.
I'm like,
Heck
just
yeah.
one of them is bad enough.
Yeah.
And I know because I've done both of them. It only took me 2 times to deal with that Everclear because I already had a cup and I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna waste it. I'm gonna drink it. It was like drinking gasoline or rubbing alcohol.
That stuff will tear you up.
And it tore me up, but I drank it.
That's like drinking 98%, 99% proof doggone moonshine, man.
Man, no, that stuff. Everclear was. I think Everclear is like 101.
It is, but it's not strong as pure moonshine.
Oh no.
That's what I'm talking about.
But it's close.
And I mean, yeah, my dad and used to run, like I said, he used to run moonshine. Him and all his brothers, fast cars. And so,
moonshine's strong enough, you can literally pour it in your gas tank and crank up your car.
Exactly. Yeah. They used to run it in their cars to make the cars go faster, so the cops couldn't catch them. And they GTOs and everything.
And we used to drink this stuff, y'all.
But yeah, me and my brothers, we go and we had all them stills and everything, and in the big kegs in the house, we'd go and drink some of that moonshine. I say, how in the world could they drink this? And they would put a little water in it, maybe to water it down.
And like I said, that didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so like it came out to be 98, 99% pure moonshine.
So if you lit on fire, what you got, that pure blue flame.
Exactly. So what I'm telling you is Everclear was almost as strong as
it was close, boy.
Pure moonshine.
It was close.
It was close. It was. 100%.
And then that 8-ball, man, the 40-ounce 8-ball.
Right.
Old English.
Mm-hmm.
I know about that because I remember my homeboy stepdad, Perry.
Yeah.
Right down the street in them apartments where I used to live in. It was during the first Tyson Holyfield fight, Harry. I went down to his house and saw that. And his stepdad, Perry, always had a 40. I was like, man, Perry, give me one of these 40s. Man.
Yeah.
You ain't ready for that. I'm like, man, give me that. Give me this, man. Give me this. I was drinking it, man. I was drinking it, passing the back, drinking it.
Right.
What about the 5th round? My boy like, wake up. I'm like, and I was like, I was awake. I finished watching the fight. Next thing I know, I get home, and it's literally right up the street from where I live. I get home, thank God my mom wasn't home. She was out of town or something. I get to the house, next thing I know, I wake up in the damn hallway here in a puddle of vomit.
Oh God. Yeah, oh God.
And you know how my house was laid out?
Yeah, I know how it was laid out.
I literally woke up in the hallway in a puddle of vomit.
Goodness sake.
I was like, what the hell?
You had got messed up.
But hey, after that, I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Oh, heck yeah. All right, man, let's get all the rest of the comments. And because like I said, I think people done went and started watching Collision, whatever. We still got people on here.
Yeah, and we appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see. I almost said Harry is feeling nerdy like Usyk.
Yeah.
Behind him.
I hear you, Alma. Yeah, go ahead and hit that.
So,
no, yeah, you can close it. But you should have hit low, but that's okay.
Tim Allen said if they made a Jerry Rice documentary, who you see playing him as an actor? I want to see Ocho playing him in his younger days.
Be interesting. That will be interesting. Who
would you want to see play if that was the case, Harry?
Jerry Rice, man. Goodness sake.
Who would you have played?
Wow, man. That's hard. That's hard for me to figure out right now.
I can see Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, I definitely can see him playing him. Back in the day now, he's older now. He's too old to play him. But the guy who played Ricky on Boys in the Hood, he could have played him.
Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut. But yeah, he's too old to do it now. But back in the day, he could have played him.
Yeah.
Tim Allen.
All right. Tim Allen says Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
Tim Allen also says, remember Robin Williams' Twister film? I don't remember.
No, Robin Williams. I don't remember Robin Williams playing no Twister. No, he wasn't in there. That was Helen Hunt.
And somebody else.
I forgot the other guy's name.
All right. Lando Cummins says New York Giants for wrestling. MetLife Stadium. Yeah. They've had that there twice.
Yeah.
They've been there twice.
Yeah, Meadowlands used to be the Meadowlands.
Meadowlands. Yeah, now it's MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
New York Jets WrestleMania. Same stadium.
Yeah, same stadium. Yeah.
Same stadium. Richard Martinez says, what if Daniel Bryan beat Swerve for his final match? But you know what, though?
That'd be interesting.
But you know what? I hate to say it, but they pulled the trigger way too late.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
They should have did that months ago.
Oh yeah.
He should have had that title. This should be at least his second run
Yeah,
with that
I agree.
title by now.
I agree.
At least by now. Because, I mean, why would you want to give him the title now? And he's saying basically this is his last year.
Yeah, right.
Why would you want to give it to him now?
Oh yeah. He's pretty much going on. He's pretty much going on just the management side, and he's going to be, behind the scenes doing management things. But when it boils down
they should have put that on him a long time ago.
Yeah. They did not. They really dropped the ball as far as Bryan Danielson. They dropped the ball on how to use him effectively and help him be in the face of the company. Now, would I be speaking differently if we would have had Kenny Omega the whole time? Yeah, I would be. But
I hate to say it, Kenny done.
Yeah, Kenny, it seemed like he's done. But Bryan Danielson, he could have been one of these guys that took that company to another level.
Yeah.
And you could have had some interesting feuds with Bryan Danielson as that champion, having that title. You could have had Claudio Castagnoli, in play with that. You could have had who was we talking to about before that? Brian Cage could have been in play with that. You could have had the Murder Hawk Monster. He could have been defending that title against great, outstanding competition, and you could have made that thing so legit by Bryan Danielson being your champion and defending against people like that. Even Adam Page, you put him in play with that. You could so many great competitors, MJF, so much great competition that he could have had and held that title for a good while. That he would have legitimized your company. But hey, Tony Khan dropped the ball on that, man, straight up.
All right, Ted Rubin says now Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Damian if he keeps looking good, and Gunther. Okay, you say those could be champs at some point. Okay. Ted Rubin says, Chris, this is Chestnut Checkers. WWE took Stephanie Vargas, who's face Monet at Forbidden Door. Now Jordan Grace's contract is coming up in January.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and they want her. Shawn Michaels definitely want her in NXT.
I can see that. Terry Rubin says, say what you want, but Cody Rhodes is a mainstream household. He is, man. He is.
He is. And look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Ted, he's becoming a household name, but is it because of wrestling? I mean, is it because of today's wrestling when it boils down to it? My brother knows who he is. My brother called me and he talked to me but he doesn't watch wrestling. He knows Cody.
Now, does he know him because of his dad?
He knows him because it's his dad.
So he knows
he's talking about how great Dusty was, and there's other people talking about it. I heard Dusty's son is a wrestler. And so I've heard that from 3 other people. They say, hey, they know that me and Chris got a podcast. Oh, I don't watch it no more, but I heard that Dusty's son is doing real well. Heard Dusty's son is wrestling, and he's the champ now. It's more because of his dad's name, Dusty. And you better believe, coast to coast, everybody know who Dusty is just about. Everybody that's over 35 years old know who Dusty Rhodes is.
And speaking of Dusty, how about I had a customer come in my job? Guess what his last name was?
Rhodes?
Yes.
Wow.
And a spell with the RH.
Oh, wow.
I was like, dude, I hate to ask you, but are you any kin? He's like, no, I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. He's like, but you know who I'm talking about? He's like, yeah, I know you're talking about Dusty.
But yeah, Ted, Ted, listen. If he was a household name, say, look, the household names, you could put Hulk Hogan you could put Hulk Hogan's name out there with Joe Montana back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
You could. You could. You put Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, you put their name right there with Walter Payton.
And everybody gonna know who.
And everybody knew who you was talking about.
They might not know all the details about it, but they
knew who you was talking about.
They was a pro wrestler back in the day.
Every year, news stations, they would have a survey. Who are your favorite athletes in America? And it would be like 6 different. It would be Wayne Gretzky. They would have Wayne Gretzky. They would have Michael Jordan, Steve, maybe Steve Largent, or Joe Montana. You would have Wayne Gretzky on there. You would have Muhammad Ali, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You have people like that in different sports. They would have a survey, and they would say who is your top athletes, and they would list like 6, 7 athletes. It was always 2 or 3 wrestlers that came out in that, in that top 7 or top 10. Always about 2 or 3 wrestlers every single time. Jim Cornette was talking about that, but I used to remember that all the time. Wrestlers always made that list. They always made, and I'm talking about not just the top 10, the top 7. It was always 2 or 3 wrestlers that got on that list. And so that just shows you how popular wrestling was back in the day. So, and Dusty was one of the players that always got on those lists, man. So, yeah, Dusty's name was a household name, even if people didn't watch wrestling, man. He was a household name. Everybody knew who Dusty Rhodes was. If his name was as popular as you think it was, you saying he's a household name, then people are going to turn out and watch him just like they watch, they turn up to watch Tiger Woods or LeBron James or whatever. But he's not must-see TV. He's not. No, he's not. With wrestling fans, he is. But, yeah, he's not must-see TV.
General population, not so much.
No, not at all.
All right, James L. says, what's up, hey, and Chris? Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I believe in Joe Hendry. It's funny. It's real funny. I love it the way they display him. But I never got with him as a wrestler. I used to watch him on TNA. Never got with him as a wrestler. He does have some talent, but for some reason he kind of reminds me of a little bit thicker Alex Wright or something like that.
Alex Wright?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of, this guy brings some kind of.
Goodness sake, boy.
Maybe it's not Alex Wright. Maybe somebody. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else, man. But this guy, he just reminds me of somebody. He reminds me of somebody back in that time, man. So later on, I'll talk about whoever it is, else it is. But we got more people that came up in here. We appreciate all you coming in, rocking with the Straight Up Wrestling Show. All right, Chris, what's that next one right there? James L.
Oh, no, we were here.
Okay, James L up there. Okay, what's up, James L?
He says, Robert Brooks from the Packers. I did my homework, and I remember him.
Yeah, he was great, man. 100%. He was outstanding.
James L said Shannon Sharp was epic on the NFL, even though Harry is tired of his commentary.
Yeah. Speaking of Robert Brooks, you know where he played in high school, right? He played for Greenwood.
Oh, yeah.
He played for Greenwood. And he was a year behind me. And we played, I remember when we first played him. When I was a sophomore, and he was a freshman. And Robert Brooks, man, he was like, this dude runs a 100 yard dash, not 100 meters.
Yeah.
He ran a 9.400 yard dash. It was either 9.4 or 9.5, which is very, very fast.
Yeah.
So it was like, we're going to have to slow him down. So every time Robert Brooks come through the hole, man, we had one of our linebackers, this guy named Lee West. Lee would grab his nuts every time we got him down tackling. He would grab him by the nuts, man. We had cups on and everything, but he would grab him by the nuts. And Robert Brooks would get up. Robert would be like, "I'm tired of this guy, man, grabbing me by the nuts and everything." He was like, "Harry," he said, "you better tell that white boy to stop grabbing me by the nuts." I was like, "Look, man, I don't know." I said, he like, "I don't know what the hell is he," because they called you an F word back then. Yeah. But I don't know if he's that or not. But you better tell him stop. I said, look, Robert. I said, I know he's not like that. I knew Robert from ran track and stuff like that in middle school against each other every time. I already knew him real good. And Robert be like, "Man, you better tell him stop doing that." I said, "Look, Robert." He said, "Man, just tackle me and don't get up." He said, "But every time that joker tackled me, he was all middle linebacker. He would grab him by the nuts every single time and pull him. Like, that'll slow him down or whatever." But it still couldn't. It was like fire going through that middle. Boy, that joker was so quick. But they had me out there to chase him down, just in case he got by, because me and him ran track against each other, and it was like neck and neck. He was a little faster than I was at that time, but by the time I graduated, I was faster than him, ran against him in the state championship. But Robert Brooks could flip it, fly, man.
But back in the day, when you were on the bottom of them dog pounds,
and see, he was a running back. Now, if he would have got past me with the ball as a running back, I wasn't going to catch him. Running back, they took pride in it. Like you talking about Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
You got, like say, he's running for his life. Man, those running backs, like say Marcus Allen got by you, you wasn't catching.
And he looked like he was slow as all.
Exactly, he was.
If you look at highlight of Marcus Allen, he had long strides, but he looked like he was running slow as all get up. but couldn't nobody catch that.
Yeah, you wasn't catching running backs unless you was Darryl Green. You know, he caught Tony Dorsett. I want to say Tony Atlas. He caught Tony Dorsett from behind, and Tony Dorsett was lightning quick, lightning fast. But Robert Brooks coming through the hole. I never seen somebody hit holes like that. I wanted him to play running back in Carolina, but he was too small. He's 187 pounds. But back then he would have got.
But he would have been a good running back now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what's his name was 189 pounds, so he could have did it because Tony Dorsett was only 189 pounds.
But Tony was tall too.
Tony was 5'11".
Really?
Yes.
He looked tall. He looked like he's about at least 6'1".
5'11".
Why do you look like at least 6'1"?
I don't know. 5'11".
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But Robert Brooks was only 5'9", 171. He was 171 pounds when he first came into college, and then I think he ended up being like 178 when he was playing with the Packers. 178, 179. He was trying to bulk up.
Wow.
Because he was getting lit up. But man, he still was great in the NFL too.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So what we had here? James L said Jim Brown was a freaking nature on the stomping grounds.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
but you know what? I mean, Jim Brown was great. He was outstanding.
Yeah, he was.
But I would have loved to have seen him in the late 70s. I mean, mid to late 70s, 80s. When there was more black athletes, I'm not putting down white athletes because there was a lot of great white athletes at that time too. Yeah. But a lot of the best players did not actually get to play. They came out of these black colleges. They only took a certain amount of black players into the NFL at that time. But I would have liked to see him go up against more black competition at that time. Now, he was outstanding, but to tell you the truth, man, I mean, I just don't know how great he actually was, but he was great. And it's just, I still have to take that in consideration when I look at him as one of the greatest running backs of all time. I got him in that 4 to 5 range, man. A lot of people say, hey, he was the greatest. He was number one. But, hey, he might have been playing against a team that had 2 blacks sometimes. A lot of times. He did. They had 2 black guys. And, yeah, he can outrun everybody. He was stronger than everybody, when it boils down to it. Big, strong joker.
James L says, let's talk about movies now.
Hey, what movie you want to talk about, man?
Well, I was telling Harry about this new Tyler Perry movie just came out.
Yeah, I got to see that, man.
The Boss in the Black.
Yeah.
And, boy, it's on Amazon Prime. If you got Amazon Prime Video, go watch it. That movie is crazy.
I'm going to have to check that thing out, man.
The first scene going to have you just like, it's wild, man. It's wild. But it was a good movie. Megan Good's in it. And matter of fact, the guy that played The Rock's dad in Young Rock.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Okay. We're going to check that out.
I was trying to picture his face. I'm like, I've seen this dude somewhere before. I can't picture what. And I kept looking at him like, that's the dude who played Rocky Soul Man Johnson on Young Rock.
Yeah.
And he's in it. So.
Oh, cool. Only thing I'm really watching on TV right now, man, I'm watching the TV show. Well, I'm watching because I'm catching up on all the Power movies right now. I just got finished watching Tommy Force. Yeah. As far as on that. And right now I'm finishing. Well, I'm on Ghost. I'm just finishing up with the 2nd season. So I got 2 more seasons on that to finish.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm on the last season of Ghost. I'm on the last season of Ghost.
So so I'm trying to catch up with everything as far as all the Powers.
And I'm trying to catch in on the Shy.
Well, yeah, Shy. Yeah, I'm back into that too. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go home and check that out. Check out some Shy. Man, and one thing, like I say, you need to check out. Like I say, you're gonna have to check out as far as on All right, guys.
We back.
Yeah, my phone died. Sorry about that, guys. And I knew it was coming up. When when you hit that last thing, you hit close. I meant to say you should have hit low.
Yeah.
And it would have stayed on. But yeah, so ran out. But yeah, me and Chris, man, look, the last thing we were talking about, Chris, like I said, getting back to the Chi. The Chi is incredible. What he needs to watch on FX is what in the world is that? And I know some of you probably are watching it. It has to do with Freeway Ricky Ross, Freeway Rick Ross, the original, the real guy. Yeah. What in the world is that? What in the world is that? I forgot the name of the show, but it's incredible. It's incredible. But the guy, man, what is his name? The guy who just passed away that did Boys in the Hood. No, the guy that did Boys in the Hood.
Oh, John Singleton.
John Singleton. He directed the first two seasons of it before he passed away. I thought it was better at that time. It's not as, I thought it fell off a little bit, but it's still going on. It's been going on for like 6 years. I got to get back to that. That is incredible. So somebody, if you guys have been watching that, definitely let us know, man. Definitely let us know. Yeah. And but yeah, you got to watch that, Chris. I got to get back to watching that because I was watching it on my DVR. I was DVRing the thing, but now I'm gonna have to get back and start streaming it or whatever.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I'm usually watching, man. Like I said, I'll probably go home and watch the Chi.
Yeah.
Watch that. And I definitely want to get back in the Shogun, man. The Shogun on FX.
Yeah.
I was watching that because I do like samurai and Japanese culture, and that's talking about that. So I want to get on that, see how they doing on that, and I want to see if a new episode of Ghost has come out for that final season. It usually comes out on Fridays on Amazon. That's where I usually catch it at. I didn't see one on there, but I'm gonna look and see if I find one. I'm probably watch a little bit of that when I get to the house today.
Yeah, Force is gonna be the last season of Force too. So I mean, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there, man. And I'm beginning to wonder. I'm wondering about this James St. Patrick because look, we think he's dead. But
all you saw,
never know.
Look, all you saw was that joke get shot and that joke was falling. Yeah, that was it. You didn't see no body. You didn't see no nothing.
Because hey, he had something for Tariq when Tariq went to jail.
Oh, he was like, look,
nigga, yeah, that's where yeah, you right where you supposed to be. Yeah,
like, how did he foresee all this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So man, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know because if that joker show up, man, I'm just like, oh my god. Man, it'll be a rating. It'll be a rating success.
And wait till you see getting to the last season of Ghost, man.
Okay.
Because man, that thing gonna really mess your head up. Boy. It's something, man. It's something.
All right, go ahead and get all the comments, Chris, and we're gonna roll on out of here. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us, man. We definitely do.
Let me get some. Let me go back up here.
And Charity, if you still on, Charity, we sorry we didn't get you in here. But yeah, ran out of time and. We're going to have to get you on the next show, buddy.
Let me see. Where we at here, man? I got to find out where we was at, man. Okay.
Yeah, talk about movies now. James L. Yeah, that was the last thing. You get that one right there?
James L. says, Harry and Chris, you need the head coach of the Indies wrestling like Regal for NXT. You remind me much of how Jim Ross was in Memphis and WWF searching for talent.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, thank you, James. James says, Little John, Harry, okay.
Yeah.
And Charity wants to know if we're gonna be able to send him a link. No, not today.
Not today, Charity. The next show, I promise you, we'll let you on. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Terry Rubin says that remind me of the beef in hip hop, man. Hey, beef in hip hop's real, man.
Yeah, man. Wow, they got some serious beef. Now these guys are killing they was killing Tupac and Biggie.
Man. Matter of fact, Rick Ross got jacked up because he
did.
That Drake and
Drake Goons jumped him over there in Canada, man.
Yeah, because he came out there, played that song by Kendrick Lamar. They wasn't they waiting on him. As soon as he come off that stage, they were waiting on him, man. They waiting on him. But hey, you know Rick Ross ain't gonna take that land.
Hey, man, if Drake better not, if he comes to Miami, boy, he ain't getting out of there alive.
He better have the whole country of Canada with him.
Oh yeah, man, because that is no place to mess with. No, not at all.
No, because Ross, he connected, and he used to be a CO too, so he know all them jokers.
Yeah, man. He does, man. So yeah, that's not good for Drake, man.
Yeah,
they used to do a lot of songs together. all the Ross's biggest songs got Drake on it. It's crazy.
Ted Rubin says, "Dang, that's interesting, Harry and Chris. That remind me of the episode of Different World where Trish Campbell was HIV and nobody wanted to get next to her, and everything in the show us, we need to. Okay,
Yeah, I remember that show.
I remember that. I remember that.
Mhm.
Terry Rubin says no, and what we need to know. Okay. Orlando Common says, "What's your favorite Damian Priest theme song, Infamy or Sinner?"
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like them both. I'm
like
good with either one.
Yeah, I'm good with either one too.
Mhm.
Terry Rubin says, "Every bottle was in a glass in the house. Like, don't be a menace." Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was God Almighty, them some rough drinks. Mac Madam says Harry's family was the original Dukes of Hazzard.
Man,
boy.
you tripping, man. Hey, I wish it was, but Dukes of Hazzard was fun, but I used to love that show, man.
Yeah, I
It was a good show.
did too,
That was
man.
a good show.
James L said, St. Ives drinks, everybody walks to the streets drink. Man, look, I was drinking St. Ives too, boy.
Mhm.
You didn't drink no St. Ives.
No, I didn't know. I didn't drink nothing like that.
St. Ives was that stuff, boy.
Mhm.
James L says, Mag, it's no place like home 227, boy.
Heck yeah, that was a good show. That was a show.
Jackie Harris.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Oh, she was giving up the draws to everybody though, but but Jackie was trying to find her man, but all the time, but
Yes, you was. Yes, you
her
was.
fine self, man. Ain't no doubt.
James L says Terry Crews could play Jerry Rice possibly.
That's a big choker, man.
Yeah, Jerry wasn't that big.
Yeah,
man.
Jerry wasn't nowhere.
I mean, Jerry's cut, but he ain't massive like that.
Yeah, no, not no Terry. Terry Crews too big.
Yeah. Lando Common says, who's better, Michael Jackson or Bruno Mars and Stevie Wonder?
Oh gosh, don't even ask that question, man. Come on, man.
Now, it depends on what category we talking. You got to put that in the category. If you talking about overall, Michael.
Yeah.
And then next comes Stevie. And then Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
If you talking about overall now.
Yeah, Bruno's very talented. Okay,
Yeah.
very talented. But you know, he's got a lot of his talent. I mean, he's to a point. He's a ripoff of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he just doesn't dance like him.
Yeah, but Stevie Wonder is just incredible, man.
Yeah, Stevie's
he's
just
incredible in his own right. But Michael Jackson is so talented. And one thing that blows my mind about this Michael Jackson thing, you know, I've seen some people, they was talking about Prince and Michael Jackson, and he's trying to put Michael Jackson down and saying, oh, Prince is this, he's the king, and without Quincy Jones, Michael wouldn't have been nothing and everything. I'm like,
well,
listen,
he had Barry Gordy first.
Yeah, he had Barry Gordy. And I'm like, listen, Michael's so talented. And then Michael wrote a lot of those songs. You know, he wrote Thriller, he produced Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. He produced a lot of songs. He produced a lot of hit songs himself.
Yes.
You know, music and everything. He played, he played instruments too. Not as big as Prince. It wasn't the accomplished musician Prince was. But Michael is so talented. He was going to get somebody to produce his albums. If it wasn't Quincy, it was going to be somebody else. He was that determined. When you get somebody that determined, have that much talent, it was going to happen for him either way it go. And what's the name? Because he was with that Gibb guy, not Andy Gibb, but Barry Gibb.
Oh, okay.
You know, one of the Gibb brothers. They did a lot of his stuff. And what's the name did too? John.
Really?
John Oates. The bass line for Billie Jean.
Yeah.
It came from what's that song? The Hall and Oates song. It's the same bass line, but he sped it up. He asked them on Hall and Oates, and they came in and played it for him. What's that Hall and Oates song?
Man Eater?
No, not Man Eater. I can't go for that. No,
okay.
It's the same bass line.
Wow.
Same bass line. Go listen to
I'm
him. Same bass line. Somebody did a what's the name of them side by side thing. Same bass line, but he added a little bit more stuff to.
And guess who's still out there doing their thing, man?
Who's that?
Hammer.
Yeah,
Hammer's still out there doing. That's my man. Nah, Hammer. That was my man.
Hammer's a beast, man.
Yeah, Hammer's a monster.
Don't mess with Hammer, but Hammer connected, boy.
Yeah. James L said, Harry, I saw this Eddie Murphy interview, and he said John Belushi and Robin Williams was forced him to have fun with coke, but God was on his side that night, obviously, because he grew up watching it.
Okay.
All right. James L said, you can put Hulk Hogan on a cereal box, and everybody's checking for a Hulkamania action figure in there.
No doubt. Oh yeah, that TV show I was talking about is I just thought about it. It's called Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall, Snowfall. Yeah,
that's great. You don't seen it before?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Outstanding.
All right, Magnum's cracking up at James L.
Yeah.
James L says Harry's trying to say Dan Garcia, Alex, right, Chris?
Yeah, boy. You did Dan Garcia, Chris.
Man,
go ahead, do it, boy.
Seal, hey, hey, Dan
snap.
Garcia, that's my
Oh,
man, boy.
snap,
That's
boy.
my man. That's my man.
That ain't Daniel Garcia, boy.
All right. James L said, Joe Hendry reminds him of the pro wrestler version of Pat McAfee. Oh, that's crazy. James L said, Chris said Tyler Perry, Harry have him hope. It don't have no drama like Medea family reunion. Not quite that crazy, but it's pretty flipping close, man. All right. Tim Allen says 50 Cent called Harry and said, don't tell him no spoilers. Uh-oh. All right. The Shy is really good. Tim Allen said. And Tim Allen also says, oh, Harry and Chris, I hear Tyler Perry and 50 Cent is working on something. Okay.
Okay.
That'll be good.
Sounds good, yeah. Hey, big ups to 50 Cent to be able to propel his career to what he got it at now.
Streets to be what he is now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So incredible. Yeah. Incredible. I'm proud of him, man. Really am.
Tim Allen said, Chris, Michael Bay dude in Barbershop with the braids is the new Tyler Perry, is in the new Tyler Perry movie.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And the Tim Allen says Jackie was the original It girl. Yeah, she was.
No doubt, man.
And Manson Chad says,
Manson, what's up, man?
Said Teddy Riley projected Dangerous for MJ.
Produced Dangerous.
Produced it. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was a great album. And actually, Teddy Riley.
Teddy did so much stuff that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, he did. And I just saw Teddy Riley. I just saw another interview with Teddy Riley. He said a lot of that stuff like Jam. That was Michael. That was Michael. Michael did that beat for Jam. And he did the beat for Dangerous, and I think In the Closet.
Wow.
Yeah, Teddy said he just added a few little things there, but he said Michael came up with it with his voice, and then Michael actually programmed the drum machine on Jam and a couple other things. But yeah, Teddy was basically the driving force behind it, but Michael added so many things. Teddy said he's just so talented. But he's right, man. Michael, like I said, Michael could do his own stuff, not as complete as a Quincy Jones, as a Teddy Riley, or somebody like that, or Dr. Dre, but man, this guy was incredible. Of course he wasn't no Prince, man.
Yeah.
Who out there is a Prince, man, when it boils down to
only
it?
One.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And Manson Chad said MJ was a songwriter for Blackstreet. Wow, I had no idea about that.
Yeah, no, Michael Jackson, I didn't either. But I know, he wrote songs. I know that.
Right. And Manson Chad said the Joy album. Okay. Manson Chad said MC Light, Keep was Michael Jackson's writer for that album.
What?
Wow. That's wow.
Wow, man.
That's
wow.
Something. And Manson Chad said letter to my unborn by Tupac. MJ was a songwriter on that. Letter to my unborn child.
I don't know about all that, but hey, man. Hey, I know he wrote a lot of songs. He wrote a lot of songs. Yeah. And some of these things now, he might have not wrote the rap, but he might have wrote the
chorus or something.
Chorus or whatever, the outer version of it, and they added the rhyme to it. I believe that because I can hear the vibe of it as far as that, those breaks. But yeah, Michael Jackson was a great songwriter. Yeah. He wrote a lot of good songs, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those things got put up in the vault because he had other songwriters came in and other producers came in, and because he accepted the best.
But going back to Teddy Riley, man, I had no idea he did so much stuff behind the scenes, man. Teddy, I think it was on an award show. Teddy was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
Harry, they went down some of his songs that he wrote, and I was like, he wrote that?
Yeah,
he wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he wrote that? Yeah. I had no idea. I mean, they went down a list of songs that I love.
Yeah.
That all-time classics.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, they were like, Teddy was the mastermind behind all these songs.
Yeah.
I was like, holy.
Yeah, some people trying to take credit away from him because he did the song. What's with the one of my favorite? Don't Want to Fall in Love. That wasn't written enough. Teddy, if he wouldn't have remixed that song, that wouldn't have been nothing. But yeah, Teddy Riley did a lot of things, and Teddy, you got to heavy D. You got to owe his success to Teddy Riley, Kumo D, Teddy Riley. Of course, Keith Sweat, Blackstreet. Aaron Hall, all those guys, man, owe so much to Teddy Riley. As far as Gene,
yep,
yes, but man, yeah, incredible things that Teddy Riley did. Just a great artist, man, and another producer who don't get the credit that he deserves. and that's because there was a Dr. Dre out there, and that's DJ Quick. DJ Quick.
Yeah,
Joker
Quick was nasty.
did a lot of things that Dre got credit for. DJ Quick actually did. DJ Quick, he called him into the studio and he did it. Dr. Dre, and to a certain point, man, Dr. Dre, he limited it himself when it boils down to it. Dr. Dre,
said, I don't know if
he didn't
saw
believe
that
in
show,
himself a lot of times.
if you
So he
saw
brings
that
people
show
in.
that on Peacock with Kevin
Mhm.
Hart,
Yeah.
Heart to Heart.
Mhm.
He sat down, talked to The Rock, talked to Cena, and a lot of other celebrities. He had Dre on there.
Oh, he did? Wow.
Harry,
Cool.
Dre said at the peak of his career, the height of his career, his popularity, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, and Stevie Wonder called him
Oh, yeah.
to produce albums. He didn't.
He
even,
wouldn't do it.
He
wouldn't do it.
didn't even call them back
Yeah. Yeah.
because he was like, "What can I do with them?"
Oh, yeah. Well, he said them. I remember Dre said that when
And
Michael.
that's crazy,
Well,
man.
Michael Jackson, Prince, and all that. He said, Whitney. He said, I won't work with those people.
He's like, I can't do it.
He said, and first thing I remember, he said he wouldn't do it. He said because he likes to see people blow up. He wants to, he liked to produce an album and see somebody blow up. But when they're already big and everything like that, he doesn't have any interest in them. And who's bigger than Michael Jackson? Who's bigger than Stevie and all those guys? And to tell you the truth, I mean, 100%, man.
And because Dre was like, I'm at the hop, and Dre was at the height of his popularity when they called him.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, Dre, I need you to do this. Dre.
Yeah.
Dre. But he was like, I didn't even call him back because he was like, I grew up watching these folks.
Yeah.
These are my idols. He's like, even though everybody worldwide knows my name and know what I can do.
Yeah, Madonna wanted him to do
He was like,
stuff
wait,
with him.
he was like, wait, what can I offer these people?
Yeah.
I mean, my God. He was like, Michael Jackson got a bigger name than me. Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder, he's like, all these people got a bigger name than me. What can I do with
He
them?
did produce some stuff for Gwen Stefani. And what was the group she was in?
No doubt.
No Doubt. Yeah, he produced some stuff for them.
Yeah.
The Hella Good and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff came off of Dre. He co-produced or whatever. But yeah, he did produce some stuff there. That I was shocked that he worked with them, but he did go and work with them. But it's not many people that Dre worked with, and that's why Snoop, he didn't go. Snoop had a hard time. I didn't think he ever was gonna work with Snoop again after that Doggy Style album. But
that thing
falling out. It blew up. But he had no interest after that. And I was the same thing with Eminem. I'm like, Eminem. That's why he ended up producing a lot of his own stuff. Dre was like, oh, you done made it now. I'm not interested.
Man.
Sounds crazy.
And Manson Chad says Johnny Gill.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And Manson Chad also says Telly Riley done Jay-Z, The City Is Mine song.
Oh yeah.
Okay, wow. Manson Chad also says Bobby Brown Prerogative.
Yeah,
Teddy Riley,
yeah.
yep. And Tim Allen said Master P saved Snoop. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
And he educated Snoop on
Snoop had
on life.
Yeah, Snoop had no idea as far as the money side go, man. Because hey, what's the name would have had him ripped off?
And Pete basically told him like, look, this is what you need to do to save your money. This is how you buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you have ownership of this, and this.
Yeah.
He's smarting them up on the money and financial aspect of the business.
Yeah, he gave him the keys to a house, man. And he said, this mine, gave him keys to the car. Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah, you earned it.
Yeah, exactly. So Snoop had no idea. And you know how much money this Joker made off Doggy Style, man. How much money was generated there,
and how much of it went to
Suge Knight. Yeah,
man.
because like I say, Dre didn't get everything he supposedly got in that deal. But Dre wanted peace of mind. He wanted out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could have fought Suge for that money, but he decided not to do it. I would have probably just got out of it too. I would have been like, it's not worth it, man. But yeah, Dre, he didn't get what he supposed to have got off Ruthless. He didn't get what he supposed to got off Suge. But he had that extraordinary talent that took him to another place. And like I say, he was able to start Aftermath and got in with the white boy, man.
Eminem.
Not just Eminem. I'm talking about the guy who owns Interscope. I forgot his name. But he's really huge in the business. But the money, man, I mean, he really, so he, these guys believe in Dre, man. I think they gave him $100 million for Aftermath, to distribute Aftermath at that time. So that name, your name goes far, man. Goes far. And man.
Yeah, and Master Chad says Eminem wrote for 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he wrote some stuff for 50.
And Manson also said he even was songwriter for Tupac album, Last Eminem. And Tim Allen said, Snoop said Master P told him to finish his college degree and then come back and would be ready. Tim Allen said, so happy for Dre. He did get his Hall of Fame. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he said Jimmy Levine. Tim Allen said Jimmy Levine.
Jimmy Levine. Yeah, Jimmy Iovine. Yeah. But yeah, incredible, man.
Yeah, man.
There you go,
But
man.
guys,
I ain't mean to do that,
but guys, we gonna get out of here, man.
yeah, we got to roll, guys.
Yeah, it's going on 9 o'clock, but we have had a blast with you
Been
guys,
doing this
man.
thing for over 2 hours.
Yeah,
We
over 2
appreciate
hours.
it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that came in,
Rocking
watched,
with us,
viewed,
man.
rock with us. Like I said, we was gonna talk about everything, and we did, man.
Yes, we
appreciate
did.
all the love, man. Everybody that came through. Manson Chad, Tim Allen, Alma Clark, James L, Magnum, Orlando,
Lucas, Charity.
Ted, Lucas, and so many others, man. And
Yeah, we might not get everybody. Orlando, we might not get everybody, but that's
Jacob
okay.
Sammy came in, man. Who else? We had so many. Oh, Melanie McKee even came in, man.
Oh, Melanie, what's going on?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
she came in. We didn't even see her. I'm sorry about that, Melanie. Say hello from Augusta Street, Who the Wrestling Den, mother shop of Trump getting shot. What? Trump getting shot? What's going on? Holy cow, boy. That's crazy.
What in the world?
Wow, boy, that's crazy. Let's see. Charles Wilkes came in, man. But yeah, look that up. Oh, I got your phone
my
dead,
phone
man.
is dead. Yeah, we gotta look that up.
Yeah, Tim Allen. All you guys came in.
I'm surprised nobody else says
Yeah,
that.
Dan
Wayne
Brown,
Cochran. He might not have got shot, man.
Yeah, all
might
you
be-
guys, man.
Yeah, because somebody else would have said something about that.
We appreciate all you guys coming in, guys. Until next time, me People's Podcaster, HBT. Y'all stay straight up. We out here.
Peace.
Peace.